What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Happy
Welcome.
Tuesday.
And happy Tuesday to everybody. Go ahead on sing, honey. Go ahead and give
Happy
it to
Tuesday.
them. Good evening to
Let's do
everybody.
a mic check. Make sure everybody can hear us loud and
Yeah,
clear.
y'all can give us a mic check in the chat. If you guys can hear us okay, let us know real quick. If y'all can hear me loud and clear, as my name is Mr. Derek Forston, I am known as the ILF guy. And my job that I've been given and being put on this earth is to show you all the cheat code to start your own housing program, which is what we refer to as independent living facilities. So again, welcome one, welcome all. Thank y'all so much for being here. You guys have a ton of choices where you could be on these internet streets, but we appreciate that you chose to hang out with us because as you guys know, unless you're new to us, July 21st and 22nd, guys, is upon us. It is crazy that we've been talking about this for seeming like 3 months now, and now it's literally here. So literally this Friday, guys, is the last day to actually register and to come to that event. So don't forget, it's June 21st, June 22nd in Orlando, Florida, is our 2024 ILF conference. So again, Shay, this is for the people that ever had the idea, because that's the whole slogan for the event, Shay, from idea to implementation.
That's it.
So if you ever had the idea to start a group home or an ALF or a housing program, we show you a better way. And it's something that's called independent living facilities. Some people call it shared housing or co-living.
Yeah.
But the main point is that you don't need a license. You don't have to own the property, and you don't need all the permission and all of that hassle from your state.
Yeah.
So again, don't get so caught up on the names. Just know today that we're teaching you guys a model where it doesn't require a license. And all of that hassle that you usually get trying to open a regular ALF or a group home, that is not involved in this. So again, guys, we welcome you guys, and we're going to answer a lot of questions today. We're obviously going to be talking about our June 21st event. So if you are clueless and you have no clue what our June 21st event is about, you let us know. And we're also, just for all of the new people, my job is to come home here every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday and to give this game away in terms of what is this? What is an independent living facility? How can you operate this kind of like a group home, but it's not a group home? What is the reason why you don't need a license? Why don't you have to buy the property? So all of these things, guys, is again, my job is to unveil the cheat code to you all, because a lot of y'all been told that you got to have a license.
Yeah.
You got to buy the property.
Yep.
You got to go through your state. The devil is a liar, because they told me the same thing 8 years ago. And now today I'm super excited that because through our teaching, we're in 34 states and over 360 ILFs through the teaching of what we do.
The impact that we're making, and it's not just us tooting our own horn, but really thanking those that have partnered with us and are really traversing this journey together in making a significant difference in the lives of those we serve. And let me just introduce myself to everyone. Good night, good evening, good day for you. Those of you that are streaming from far, wide, near, wherever you are, I want to say hello. I am Shay Forston, co-founder here at Forston Consultants and the founder and president of the Angela Denise Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that utilizes this same independent living facility model, Derek, to house women that have been through domestic violence, human and sex trafficking, all sorts of different scenarios and situations. And I am able to house them through my nonprofit organization, utilizing the ILF, which is independent living facility model. When you come to this event, that is what I will be talking about, Derek, how people can utilize the ILF model in a nonprofit organization structure. What does that look like? How does it benefit you? What are the hoops? What are some of the I'm going to say not struggles, but areas that we need to know before we go nonprofit, especially in this space, right? So I'll be getting the opportunity, the privilege to share that information with you all on June 21st. If you haven't gotten your tickets, go ahead to ilfconference.com. Get your tickets. As Derek said, Friday is the last day to register.
Absolutely.
And we're already close to bursting at the seams, Derek.
Yeah, and that's why we got to turn it off by Friday. So guys, the 14th of this month is the last day to register. You guys literally got 3 days counting today.
Yep.
Right. So Friday is a hard stop. And my team is 5 o'clock. They're turning the system off. So this ILF conference website may still be live, but they'll turn off the part where you can actually purchase the ticket. Because again, we want to make sure that we get the numbers in at the right time and that we're not rushing things, and that because again, we don't just believe in throwing an event. We believe in throwing an experience. In order to do that, we got to have our numbers in at a timely manner, because remember, we give you guys a plated lunch. So this is not something where we're going to throw a bunch of cold cut sandwiches together and give you guys some
No,
Capri
no
Suns and
lunchbox.
Gatorades. We don't do that, y'all. This is a plated lunch, plated dessert, plated salad, and your entree. Everything's plated. It's 5-star first class. So again, in order for us to do that and give you guys the experience that we're known for, we want to make sure that we do that by ending the ticket sales this Friday on the 14th. Absolutely. So again, the event is on June 21st. And if for anybody that wants the day 2 of that event, that's considered to be a VIP or an elite ticket. So Shay, those are the people that say, well, Derek, I want to come and see it. You guys always talk about it, but how about can I come and walk through it? And that's what we pride ourselves on, because a lot of people are trying to teach all this kind of stuff, but they can't even show you that they do it. We love it that we can walk you through it, and we call it POC, absolutely. Proof of concept. Yeah. And again, I'm gonna make something out of that because I love that word, and I've been saying that a lot lately. So again, proof of concept, hold it, Shay. Proof of concept is something that we truly believe in, right? And again, it's one thing to talk about it, but boy, it's another thing to be able to walk you through it. And what I'm excited about is that anybody that's purchased our one-on-one coaching, and big shout out to Miss Pierre because she just got in here. She's family now. So anybody that's purchased our one-on-one coaching, you come to this event complimentary. Yeah. Right? So don't forget about that. Anybody, so if you purchase the ILF Master Blueprint, if you purchase that DIY, or if you purchase that HRA Business in a Box, all of our premium products, guys, you come to this June event automatically if you've done that within these last, 30 to 35, 40 days, you come to the event, guys, complimentary. And again, Shay, day 2 is for the people that want a little bit extra versus just being at the conference, but they want to come and see it and walk through it. And Shay, not only that, they want to find out, Shay, how did you buy that property? Because this property, Shay is going to give you guys a real treat, because Shay going to break down why did we buy this property and why did we rent them like we rented every other property or leased it? Exactly. What went into buying this property? How did Shay leverage a bunch of that work on a credit card? Yeah. How do Shay buy properties with credit cards? So that's another part where we won't get into that at the event, but on that elite and that VIP ticket, Shay, on day 2, they get all of that. All that information. And then the elite members, you guys get to bring your spouse or your business partner for free. You guys get an exclusive dinner Saturday night, and you guys still get a one-on-one masterclass with me as a group. So all the elite members on a separate day, you guys get a completely different masterclass to go deeper. And that's with that elite ticket. Shay, you want to talk about a little bit more in terms of what they'll be getting and what they should expect when they come?
Listen, I saw the bags for the swag bags, y'all. Ooh, they so pretty. They nice. So yeah, we just honestly, the VIP and the elite is gonna be it's that one-on-one, right? We really dwindled that number down, Derek, so we can have time to really share and go deep with you all on, the elite guys.
Y'all going to dinner again Saturday night on us. Leave your wallet in the car because we got you.
Come on and eat.
5-star restaurant on us.
That's on us, right?
That's why the elite ticket, Shay, it's a no-brainer, because not only do they get the event, they get all the things from the general, the VIP, and the elite, but Shay, they also get the dinner Saturday night to continue to talk about, because we just not gonna be in there eating now. I'm gonna be in there running my big mouth still, telling y'all about the game of this and how to get deeper into it. And then again, Shay, they still get another online masterclass with me on a separate day that's also going to be recorded in case they miss
Derek, and what people don't realize is, like, I've watched back. I've got some of the recordings. I went through some the other day of our masterclasses that we do post-conference. And listen, y'all,
the last one went for 4.5 hours.
Yes, it literally went for 4.5 hours. And it was just brainstorming. It was answering your questions, giving you getting you fully engulfed in what we do and who we are and what the ILF, what are some of the struggles, some of the ups, the downs. We let you all in the business. We don't hide nothing from you. We're like open books. We're here to share our experience, so that way you can enter into this space and not encounter some of the struggles that we have in the initial, right? So I'm excited for the event. I cannot wait. I have to have a meeting with all of my volunteers this week. Tiffany, I can't wait to see my sister Tiffany again. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
I am so excited. Tiffany, we're actually going to be there early. So I'm going to text you. I don't know when you fly in, but I'm flying. We're going to be there early. So just know that we are excited. I cannot wait to meet each and every one of you. Mom Forston is super excited.
Yep.
Everybody is ecstatic about this event, and we're just I think what makes me even more excited about this is, Derek, that we've been hearing a lot of issues that people that are in this housing, doing shared housing, have been having. And what we're doing is we're bringing the resources to you at the conference. So that way, some of the struggles that nice. So we'll be there the same night, Tiffany. So we'll be checking in too on Wednesday. So let's definitely connect. But yes, these are some of the issues we've heard. Just by being in other groups and around other individuals that don't do the ILF model, but have shared housing, right? Or they're doing something similar. And they are having some pitfalls and hiccups and all of these things. And the goal of this conference is to literally bring some resources to you. So it's not just Derek and I running our mouths. It's not just the Forston Consultants team and family, ILF family, speaking and sharing, but we've got the resources that you need to help you push your housing program to the next level. And I'm honestly, I'm fully ecstatic about that. I'm Derek. I can't even I'm gonna keep saying I'm so excited because we've got such great speakers coming. If you don't know, if you have not visited the website, go ahead to ilfconference.com. We are literally running down to the wire for you to get your tickets. That's it. After Friday, there are no more tickets. I am submitting all of the information for your meals so that we can make sure that you all leave happy and and full, not hungry, and that you will be.
Yeah, you better not be hungry because we're going to feed y'all so much.
I'm going to say I'm sorry now. So just make sure you got some stretchy pants, right?
Everybody's diet goes out the window for this weekend. So I'm giving full permission on that, right? Everybody's diet for the weekend of the 21st through the 23rd, I'm going to say. You guys can just kind of do what you want, loosen your belt a little bit, because we're going to come and learn together. We're going to grow together. We're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. We're going to pray together. But boy, we're going to sure make some money together too. And we're going to impact our communities and our cities with what we're doing. Awesome. So we're super excited about that. Miss Libby and her husband is coming. And that's what I was just talking about, right? Miss Libby is a newly ILF Mastery Blueprint member. So guess what? She didn't have to pay to come to this thing. No. She comes complimentary, and she get to drag her husband complimentary.
Bring them on.
Because I told you guys, the way for you women to sell this thing to your husband, say, babe, Derek and Shay said that if we get that elite ticket, not only are they taking us to dinner, and they're going to give us a separate masterclass and a bunch of other stuff, but babe, you come for free. Derek don't charge you, and he going to feed you, honey.
Yeah,
that's how you sell it. So I'm sure that's how Miss Libby done it. But we're just super excited. And again, I want to honor my new people, because if you guys are just family, y'all old to us, we're gonna just hang around for a bit. But if you're new to us, please let me know in the chat, because I want to be able to explain what this model is and how we do it. I promised God over 7 years ago, I said, God, if you let me get into this, I promise that I'll go all over the world teaching it, and I'll never take any credit. So really quickly, again, there's two ways that I want to know if you're new to me. One, just by typing it in the chat. But the other one, I want you to text the phrase new to 407-326-0086. My team is going to give you a gift to kind of just to say thank you for being here, but also to continue your education in terms of what this is. So we give you a free course that's called ILF 101. And I'm excited about that because we've been doing that for probably over 4 or 5 months now. But literally starting, I want to say in about 15 days, my team is going to change it. I just dropped a brand new ebook. And the first people that are going to actually get the release of it, Shay, I think I've decided this. I think everybody that come to the conference, I think I'm going to give it to them for free.
Nice.
I think I'm going to release my new book, which is called The 14 Dumbest Mistakes I Ever Made.
That's good, Derek. I'm proud of you.
And it's literally, Shay, is going to show them the opposite of the 14 biggest mistakes. But Shay, I just don't talk about the mistake. I also talk about what I should have done and what's the difference in how we do business now. Yeah. Does that make sense, everybody? So again, everybody that's coming to the event, I'm going to just go ahead and say it now. And Tara, if you're listening, and also Jess, if you're listening, those are my two assistants. We're giving everybody that comes to the event my free book that's not even really out to the public yet. I want the event people to get it first, no matter if they're general ticket, VIP, or elite. I want everybody to get that June 21st.
And I'm actually going to make sure that Tara gets it, so I'm gonna send her.
So again, let me check the chat because I want to make sure I'm honoring all of my new people. If I got anybody that's new to us, let me see. No, so I'm gonna keep running my big mouth then, because if we don't have new people yet, I'm gonna just kind of continue what we're doing. But again, guys, if you're new to us and you need to know what this concept is, we do this every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday religiously. Because again, I made a promise to God many years ago. I said, God, if you change my life doing this, God, I'll go all over the world teaching it, because I won't be a crab in a bucket the way they did to me. Miss Libby, I begged people to show me what this was, and nobody would show me. Now, lucky for y'all, it was supposed to go that way, right? Nobody was supposed to teach me this. God didn't want me to learn it from the lady that was doing this in rats and roaches. He wanted me to get it, what we would call today, out the mud, right? But I don't want y'all to get it out the mud. Y'all my family now. Yeah. And I think about that from my family, my children, anybody that I'm closely connected with. I don't want y'all to get it from the mud. That's old and played out. I want y'all to learn from my mistakes and all the junk that I went through, the lawsuits, the Channel 8 news. I want you guys to avoid that stuff, Justin. Yeah. And Justin, I heard you guys had y'all onboarding call, so my turn now. They're going to turn you loose to me now, Justin. So you enjoy getting me now. So I'm excited about that. Shay has been doing a lot of onboarding this week with a lot of the newer people.
Please be
and Miss Pierre, you're next.
Yeah, be patient with me.
But absolutely be patient. And I'm gonna also give the disclaimer. If you don't have an appointment with me kind of already set up, I'm getting ready to probably shut my calendar down for a little bit, right? Done. We're going into our event, and this is where I go into a lot of concentration and prayer. Now that I don't do this anyway, but I do a lot of, kind of not like isolation, but fasting, praying, and things of that nature. And I don't take a lot of appointments, usually 10 to 14 days before a big event like this. Now, obviously, I think I got somebody on my calendar tomorrow. I think I got an appointment with somebody on, I think, Thursday. But I'm going to just say, probably, if you're not on my calendar by probably this Friday, everything with me, if it's with me, can happen after the event, because I want to be able to focus on what we're getting ready to deliver. We only do this once a year, and I give you guys my all for over 8 hours. And that's me, Shay, and our entire team, and also including all of the speakers that we're bringing this year. That's something else I'm really excited about. It's kind of bittersweet. If you're new to us, you don't know this, but me and my brother taught this together for years. My brother passed away this past November. So this is the first event, guys, that I'll actually be doing this without my big brother. That whole Batman and Robin thing, believe it or not, I was the little brother, but I was the Batman. My brother was Robin. But in November, my God saw fit to call my brother home a little earlier than most of us thought it was going to happen. Caught a lot of us by surprise. But through the grace of God and the strength of God and the love for all of you that's coming, we're going to give you guys a fabulous show. And we're so excited about it. And we got multiple speakers, because most of the time we just tell you guys what to say to a social worker, how to present this bedding to a social worker. Not this year. We're bringing Miss Desiree. We're bringing Miss Maggie to talk about how should you present it to them, what it sounds like, why are we needed, all the questions that you would want to ask a case manager and you don't know how. Guys, we all family this day. So Desiree and Miss Maggie, they're going to be family to us and family to you. So no questions are off limits. Everybody that's also in attendance, you guys probably in less than a week from today are going to get a kind of a survey that's asking you, what do you want to leave this event with? Knowing, meaning we got a whole lineup for you to give you a bunch of information, but just in case if I didn't have your question on my PowerPoint, because we want to make sure when you leave, you say, wow, man, I can't believe they gave all of this game away for what I paid. That's what we want to make sure of. So we're still going to ask you, what do you want to leave this event knowing without a doubt? And we're going to make sure that we do that too. So Ms. Shay, back on you.
Yeah, no, you pretty much said it. The event is going to be exclusive. It's definitely going to be an experience that you'll never forget. One thing about Forston Consultants and the Forston family in general is we know how to get together and have a great time.
We can throw an event now.
So we just want to say,
we deliver an experience.
Listen, I just want to say thank you all for, again, entrusting us, coming to spend time and break bread with us and allowing us to pour into you all. We don't take that lightly, or we don't take it for granted. So I want to say thank you from Forston Consultants and the Forston family in a whole.
Absolutely.
Thank you all. So, Derek, let's get on with it. So,
Let's do
I
it.
want to talk more about the ILF model from my perspective, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
Tonight.
Please do, Shay.
So, I want to talk about the experience from my side of view, right? As a nonprofit organization owner and operator utilizing the ILF model, a lot of people ask me, what is the difference between the for-profit, non-for-profit operations of the ILF? Well, I'm going to tell you, when it comes to the day-to-day operating of the ILF, documentation, intake, or assessment process, all of that stuff is exactly the same. Now, what makes my model different from Derek's is that I'm program based. So all of this stuff is set underneath what a nonprofit organization will consider a program. So this is a housing program that really doesn't offer any extended services, especially when it comes to like healthcare, uh, bathing, or anything like that for the residents. It's all about getting them suitable and financially ready and prepared to enter back into community. So that's the only thing that we're allowed to offer as a nonprofit organization utilizing the ILF model. Now, that is not at a charge to our residents. That's also something that we build out as a program. So currently this year is going to be the first year. I'm praying that it's done by the end of August, Derek, by the end of August, that we can have our full debt cancellation program up and running and operational. Once that is done, then I can really go after a lot more funding and donations. So that's the biggest difference. I can get donations that are, from private donors. I can get grants and all of that stuff to help push the program piece of my nonprofit organization. But what people don't understand too is when you write the grants, when the money come in for that specific grant type, it has to be spent on that specific program. So prime example, if I get $5,000 donation in that came from a private donor, I utilize that for anything like everyday needs, right? If we need to pay a bill or if we need to do anything that's
I have a question, Shay. I'm not
Yeah.
in the audience, but I do have a question.
Go for it. Yeah.
For the person that donated the $5,000 to the Angela Denise Foundation, did they specify what you could use it for? Did
No.
they say it, or did they just give a
That
donation,
was
say, go ham, do what
correct.
you want?
That was a one time, that was a donation. This is a annual donor. So they donate on a regular basis and they will always identify if they want it to go towards something or if it's just a blessing to the organization. Now, when it's a blessing to the organization, I myself identify what those funds are utilized or allocated for. Usually it's operating expenses. In this case, Derek, we're using it for things like, prime example, we're going to be doing some donor gifts. So anybody that gives over $200, over 300, that 200 mark and over, get gift bags, get something that's personalized from the Angela Denise Foundation that our ladies, some of the ladies that are unable to go out and work, will help me put together and create. So I was able to purchase the things that need to be so that we can do that in-house. So that's what I was able to use those funds for. There were minor things that were needed in the house post renovation that we still needed to purchase. So I was able to utilize those funds for that. But what I did is I made sure that my accountant knows, hey, this is the budget that I'm utilizing these funds for. And this is going to be, the excess that will go into whatever overage for program cost or anything like that that we need to tap into when that time comes. So it's always about stewarding the finances appropriately when you have a nonprofit organization and being able to show your donor at the end of the year what their donation helped drive at the Angela Denise Foundation or any nonprofit organization for that matter. So the financial piece is a lot more strenuous and strict. So prime example, I don't have one bank account for the Angela Denise Foundation. I have two. I have three. I have three bank accounts for the Angela Denise Foundation, and I have those separated by operating income that comes in based on my housing program, and any overages stay in that account. When it comes to donors, the donor donations stay in another account. grant funds go into a third account. So that's how we're able to physically look at each account and really streamline and itemize out of those funds. So operating expense for the house, the ILF model, comes from the income that's received from the ILF model. If a donor allocates $5,000 for housing, it's in that donor account. But I'm still, when I pull money from there, I have to notate it. We have to memo it. What was it used for? Because remember, a nonprofit's financial status is going to be public knowledge to anyone.
Say that again. We got to
yeah.
repeat that one, Shay.
It's public knowledge. Our finances is definitely public knowledge. And those are things that people want to see. My VA, amazing, Latrell, if you didn't realize, got us graded as a nonprofit organization, right? So you'll see a post on our social media that says we made silver. The goal is to go to gold. So tomorrow I have to hand them a few more things so that we can change our visibility.
And who is Latrell again, and how do you use him?
Perfect. Latrell is my VA, my virtual assistant at the Angela Denise Foundation. He is a grant writer and sourcer, not sourcer but he sources the grants. He goes out searching for them and making sure that we're in alignment with the companies or the organizations that have donation or grant funds that they're looking to give. So prime example, this year, he's found several different banks that we come into alignment with. He's found a few other organizations that we've never done business with before in the past. And it's mind-blowing, Derek, on how this thing is operating with my virtual assistant. Like prime example, I told you all about a couple of weeks ago, Derek and I had a meeting with the restaurant here, the owner of the restaurant. And we've been trying to get the follow-up from that. And Latrell has been on it, Derek. Like he texted me today. He was like, ma'am, I finally got him. This is da-da-da-da. He's all right. He's going to call us in for a meeting after the event and blah, 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 blah. But he's on it. Like, so he's just on it. He does all things Angela Denise Foundation. He connects. He's more of the back end guy. He's not somebody that's going to do an assessment. He's going to be the one that's helping to establish different relationships when it comes from nonprofit to nonprofit. It's not so much the case manager, social worker integration with Latrell, Derek. It is more the overall operations, from grant funding to like making sure that I'm having my quarterly meetings, making sure that I'm doing certain things that need to keep me in alignment for my 501c3 requirements, so that I'm meeting them on an annual basis. So yeah, that's it. But from a nonprofit standpoint, running an independent living facility, my independent living facility follows all the rules and guidelines of Forston Consultants independent living facility model. The assessment is the assessment, right? There are times that I may, I have charity beds, right? A lot of people can't afford that, but I do. Donors donate for charity beds. I may have a charity bed that's available for 6 months, depending on if the donor says, hey, I want to sponsor a bed for anybody who cannot pay for one for 6 months. I have to then, that comes in, and we literally tell our accountant and we identify those funds. Latrell puts that on our budget, and that is a part of what we have. So by the end of the year, it is up to us to make sure that we utilize those funds within that calendar year to make sure that we appease our donor. So that's literally a little bit about the Angela Denise Foundation. And I wanted to give some clarification on that, because I know a lot of people want to start nonprofit organizations, but don't know how to kind of maneuver in the space, right? And how does it differ from the for-profit having an ILF? It's just an extension. It's a program that's within your organization, but I'm not limited to only housing. I can do other things in the community. Like prime example, I'm trying to work with this school for when the school year starts to provide them with hygiene kits, right? Hygiene kits for young adults in that, middle school, their bodies are developing, things are happening, new scents, new odors, new smells. So we want to make sure that they're comfortable and made okay if they have an issue or an oopsie or an uh-oh for a young lady. So those are some of the other things that we can do at the Angela Denise Foundation, and much more. So I just wanted to share that, because I know that that's a lot of questions that people have asked us in even this week. So I wanted to get that out there. And if anyone has any questions about the nonprofit organization utilizing the ILF model, go ahead and ask your questions now, or save them for the event, because I will be speaking on speaking on some of the important key points of why I even chose to go nonprofit, right? Why did I do it? How was my first year? I'm going to let y'all all in the business, okay?
That's it.
On how I could have fumbled this thing big time. But I got
That's
you
what
for
the
the
conference is all
21st.
about, man. It's revealing all of that
Yeah.
stuff that we necessarily wouldn't say on the live YouTube channel, even though if you've been around us, long enough,
We
you know
spill
that
the
we're
beans.
super transparent. We don't hide the game. There's no stingy energy. But I love it how Shay just broke all of that down. So again, while you're digesting that, if you have any questions, guys, we thrive and we love questions. We thrive off them. So we're going to take a commercial break and come right back. But if you got any questions, type them in the chat and we'll knock them out as soon as we come back. Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying this information. But just in case if you was wondering, how could you get more one-on-one coaching just like this? First of all, you can ask just by typing it in the chat, or you can visit forstonconsultants.com/IMB. Again, the IMB stands for ILF Mastery Blueprint. So again, if you want one-on-one coaching, let us know. This is exactly what we do. And again, don't spend all your time in this room today without asking questions. As you see, we're giving out a lot of great information. So make sure you ask your questions just to make sure that you fully understand it. And then also don't forget, we give you guys a free strategy call. So we want you to watch our webinar. That's also at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, but also soak up a lot of this information that we're giving you guys on YouTube, and then schedule a free strategy call so that we can get on the phone to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So again, thank y'all so much for being here. We super appreciate it. We're going to check the chats and see if there's any questions for Miss Shay in terms of doing this from a nonprofit standpoint. So again, a lot of what you heard Shay said doesn't pertain to me as a regular
Right.
LLC.
It sure doesn't.
So right, Shay has to explain how she's spending her money. I don't. Shay has to get permission of how she uses that money. I don't. Shay has to build a board of people that help make decisions. I don't. Does that make sense, everybody? Shay has to have meetings and take minutes. I don't. So even though I do a lot of that stuff, I'm not required to. Shay is required to do that stuff as a nonprofit. So a lot of times, and again, I'm no lawyer or accountant, but when people ask me, should they be a nonprofit or an LLC? I tell them get the LLC right now. We can get a nonprofit later, or we can work on it as we're doing the LLC, because for most people, the LLC is going to be faster. It's going to be quicker. It's going to be more affordable, and it's going to be more easily to understand versus building that nonprofit, right? But that's why I'm so excited. Even with our one-on-one coaching, my accountant is involved in it. So you get my accountant up to 90 days to help you with your tax questions, your setup questions, your QuickBooks, and all of those things that you need to keep track of, the bookkeeping, the accounting. Guys, I know you need it. So in my package, I give it to you. I pay Lynette for you. Yeah. So it's no excuse. And that package that we give you guys in terms of our ILF Mastery Blueprint, which is our one-on-one coaching, my accountant comes with this package, guys. That's why this is so powerful in terms of the value. A lady told us yesterday, she said, Derek, man, I can't believe you give all of that away in this one package. Like what I would pay for my accountant and just the virtual assistant you're talking about is well worth the price of it. But you're getting the coaching. We build your website. We build your logo. So this is for the family that tuned in and say, well, Derek, what's involved in it? Really quickly, guys, this ILF Mastery Blueprint is like a business in a box. So if you can't come to the June event, this is also a no-brainer for you. And what's included in it? Again, your logo, meaning your branding. How will people know who you are? Your website and your CRM system, your telephone system, your social media management, that's all tied into your website. So we use a thing that's called Digital Flow Solutions, right? And it's an all-in-one platform. Guys, we give it to you because I know most of y'all are just like me. You struggle with social media. You're not good at posting stuff every day. But if I give you a digital website and a CRM system that also serves as your phone system, your text messaging system, your website, your email management, your DocuSign stuff, you can get rid of DocuSign and MailChimp now with this thing because all of it's inside of it. So again, right there, the value is already there. Now you get the one-on-one coaching. That's me in your back pocket. No more just waiting until I come on YouTube on Monday or Tuesday to ask me a question. If you have us, watch this, even the people that are waiting to speak to me for their appointment, If you're an ILF Master Blueprint member, you should have my personal phone number already. We don't need an appointment for you to call me for a question. Now, obviously, I got a bunch of weeks that I want to sit down and talk to you. But if there's a general question, and if you're an IMB member, even what I said 5 minutes ago, that don't really pertain to y'all. Y'all can still call me, right? But do understand I am in preparation, but I allow that. So please know that. Every book, every curriculum, every course that we've ever created that surrounds this shared housing model, you guys get it. The HRA, the Housing Referral Agency,
correct,
that whole package by itself is inside of this coaching. And the HRA just really simply allows you guys to do what we do, house the homeless and the displaced, but you never need the property. You only need relationship with people that have the property, because you're going to make a referral and make money. So I got a lot of people that just do this and they make money this way. They say, Derek, I don't want a house. Derek, I know y'all like real estate, but Derek, I done got old now, Derek. I don't want to move people in. I don't want to move them out. I don't want to do any of that, Derek. I just want to still help, though. That's what the HRA is, guys, and we give it to you. Not only do we give you the ebook, but the course, the curriculum, the SOPs, the email scripts, the phone scripts. How do you get a property? Remember, you still got me as your coach, and I'm going to tell you verbally all of this stuff, but I still give you the material. So when we talk about value, this thing is well underpriced. Everything that's involved in this, from my accountant to the virtual assistant to your website, your phone system, guys, the medication management sheet to know what meds they're taking. Not that we administer meds, because we don't do that, but I want you to understand them. That virtual assistant to me is one of the biggest cheat codes to this whole package. My accountant, the virtual assistant, your website, and Shay and I as your one-on-one coach, boy, it's hard to lose like that. If you lose like that, you wasn't trying. And I'm going to just say that right now. If you take our coaching and if you lose, meaning you're not successful, which we don't see a lot of, you wasn't trying. Or you got busy and life distracted you. Because a lot of people don't come to us and just fail. A lot of people come to us and maybe life gets involved, because how y'all say life be lifing?
Yep. That's
but the devil is a liar tonight. Once you run into us, life will no longer get in the way of the dream that God has put on your heart, Miss Libby. That's it for that. I want y'all to be successful in Jesus' name. Not because Derek said it, for one, because God is all over this thing.
Yeah.
God is proud of what this is, guys. We're doing God's will through real estate. That's why we tell people we love God, we love people, and we love real estate.
Gotta love real estate.
And I always tell people, imagine having a business to where the blessing of God was already built into it. That's powerful. And again, every community that we have that goes with these individual products, you get them all. So the one-on-one coaching has its own VIP community. You get it.
Yeah.
The VA community for your virtual assistant, you get it. Because what do I teach you in that community? How to use that same VA and make passive income in your sleep. Take that same VA that you already using and find 10 other people in your cell phone that you can do work for. And now you start a business. Why do you think Shay and I have 9 virtual assistants and 8 businesses?
Yeah.
It's because they run a lot of these businesses for us. I'm only good at 2 businesses that we have out of the 8. One is housing people at Second Chance Housing, and the other one is at Forston Consultants, teaching and running my big mouth. I'm real good at them 2. But the other 6, big bro, Justin, I'm not good at those other businesses. I don't repair credit. I can't run a digital marketing company. I don't write blogs and newsletters for people. I'm also an asset-based lender. I'm a broker, but I'll admit my hands isn't all the way in that.
No. Yeah.
Guys, my specialty and what surrounds my whole life is this housing and teaching it. The other 6 businesses, we let VAs run that stuff, man. We call that passive income. And certainly, last but not least, a part of our coaching, guys, is this event that you come for free. So any other event that we have, you got to still pay for that. But while we have an event, and if you become a one-on-one client with us, you come to the event for free. Just ask Miss Libby. She's bringing her husband too. Love it. If you got a business partner and not a husband, he can come too. In other words, that allows you to bring that partner. Your son. I got a lady that said, Derek, well, I'm not married. And Derek, I don't got a business partner, but my son, we in business together. No problem, Miss Teal. No problem, Miss Pierre.
Yeah.
No problem, Mr. Jordan. All the people said, well, Derek, my son can come. No problem. So again, our normal coaching guys, and I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna keep teaching. It's 15 grand, and the value is absolutely there. But everybody, about 99% of people, they get the scholarship and get it for 7,500. And watch this. Here lately, some of y'all been joining together and y'all been splitting that package.
They have, yep.
And I love that because that gives you accountability partner. So essentially, our coaching can go from 15 grand to 7,500 to now, what is it, 3470? I don't know. Whatever 7,500 divided by 2 is. Was that 3450, Angela? I'm not great at math. But if you find somebody in this room, because I think last night there were 3 people that texted. So 2 people have gotten together. One person still need a partner. So if you say, well, Derek, I want this package, and I don't mind sharing the cost with somebody, and you say I get the same coaching, Derek, absolutely. So that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. And again, that's our one-on-one coaching. We build your website that has a CRM system involved in it, your phone system, text messaging service, email campaigns, get rid of DocuSign, and a bunch of other stuff that that system does. And guys, we gift it to you, remember. You don't pay for it. Now, the monthly fee to host it, to be on the internet, you got to do that. That's only $37 a month. And we give you guys the $297 plan. And we're going to show y'all that tonight. But with this coaching, you only pay $37 a month to be hosted on the internet, because my team is also going to host it for you.
Yes, sir.
But again, if you just joined us, all I'm talking about is a shared living environment. I used to be a social worker begging God to change my life. And as I was making $28,000 a year, God showed me a lady that was living my dream, y'all. And she was housing people just like this, but she was doing it in rats and roaches, Mr. Justin. And that's the only difference between me and the people that try to do this the wrong way.
Yep.
You all in this room and me, we're going to do this the right way, because these are God's people. These ain't our people. These are God's people. And one day we're going to be held accountable for how we treated them. So God is entrusting us to start this ministry/business. Let's run it the right way, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not house people in rats and roaches and in squalor. Let's give them a clean, nice, affordable place to live. And we do that in an independent living facility, better known as an ILF, or a shared living environment where adults can live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. Hey, what's going on, family? Just to let you know really quick, everything that you're listening to right now, I actually have it in a more structured way in a webinar. So when you guys get done here, go to forstonconsultants.com, click the tab that says webinars, and there's 2 webinars there. One is for you to be the actual ILF operator, meaning that you want to do it. And then the other one is the HRA. That stands for Housing Referral Agency, where you're able to take people from homeless to hopeful, and you actually don't need the real estate. It stands for Housing Referral Agency, and we call it a business in a box. But definitely go to forstonconsultants.com, watch both of those webinars, then set up a free strategy call with me and my team, and let's see how we can get you started. Back to the show. Good stuff. So I got some new people that's getting ready to join us. I just got a text message. So again, guys, if you're here already, you have any questions or any concerns of how we do this, let us know. Other than that, I'm going to bounce back to this June 21st event, because you all have also been asking us who's speaking. So again, remember, I told you guys every year is usually only us just giving y'all the game, right? But certain parts of this game, I want you to hear it from the people that actually do it. So besides hearing from me and Shay, which we're going to give y'all a bunch of stuff, this is my accountant that I was telling you about. She's now known as the ILF accountant, better known to a lot of people as the business maven, but Miss Lynette Green. So right now, right, she's a part of a lot of people that run these ILFs. And if you pay full price for the ILF, either at that 15 grand or the 7,500, she actually comes with that package. But if you're splitting it, or if it's at that discount, that crazy sale that we do from time to time, it's hard for me to pay Lynette that way.
Right, exactly.
Right. So I tell people from the 15 grand or that 7,500, Lynette is a part of that. Right. But Lynette is going to come and talk about how is this different from a regular rental? How is your books going to be set up? What is your QuickBooks looking like? How do you manage the day-to-day? Where are you spending your money from? Should you be a nonprofit or for-profit? Should you be an S Corp or a C Corp? What does all of that stuff mean anyway? Miss Desiree is going to be coming to talk about the social work aspect of it. Now, I was a social worker for 9 years, guys, so I know this game. But how great is it that I can bring you somebody else that's in a supervisory role that's actually doing this job, I think, longer than I was.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they serve multiple different populations, right? They'll serve people that need assistance, but they serve a lot of people that are completely independent that need an ILF. So Ms. Desiree is going to come and break down, why are we needed? She's a seasoned professional social worker that works at Crystalis Health since 2018, graduating with honors. So she's not a dummy. You graduated from UCF in 2012. Keenly aware of housing challenges because they call us every day. Right, Miss Angela?
Yeah.
So thank you to Miss Angela Brooks, who's in this room. This contact came to us through Angela because Angela was being a HRA, a housing referral agency, which means that she was playing the role at that point, that day, of just making referrals to other people that already have the real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I tell you guys all the time, in this game, the real estate is not as important as the relationship. You need relationship, not always the real estate, because sometimes the real estate will come from the relationship. Ms. Maggie is another social worker / case manager in a supervisory role that gets calls every day. And she's going to break down to us, why are we needed? How do you build relationship with a person like her? No matter where you live at, because the company she works for, they work in multiple cities, multiple states. Joy Sterling is a seasoned, licensed real estate agent, a professional. She's what Tiffany Walker is in here.
Can I give him another? Can I give him an inside tip?
Go ahead.
She's also a rocket scientist.
Love it. How many of you said that you got a friend that's a rocket scientist?
Yeah, she's worked for NASA for many years.
So Joy is somebody that we call, even if it has nothing to do with real estate. We just say, hey, Joy, what do you think about this? Guys, she
seriously
worked at NASA.
Like as a rocket scientist, like she was
so
a rocket scientist.
She's well-rounded.
So just know that it's always good to have a rocket scientist as a friend.
and then I explain, in fact, Joy and I would probably do a role play to show you guys how to use a professional to present this theme that we're talking about tonight versus you running your own big mouth about it. Because now today, I can run my big mouth about this and people listen.
Yeah.
But 7 years ago, it's like, man, who is this guy talking about? You can house people and you'll need a license. And people thought I was crazy. So again, Joy and I are going to show you guys how do you leverage a professional and let Joy speak the words that I'm going to teach y'all in terms of what to say.
Exactly.
Not you. Because at that event, I'm going to give y'all the words to say, because other than that, you got to buy my coaching at 15 grand. That's why once a year, this event is a no-brainer, because I'm going to give y'all the verbiage that I give my people that I coach. Does that make sense, everybody? That's why the event that we're pushing it so hard. Most of you may not be able to afford that 15 grand or the 7,500 or splitting the 7,500 at 3,450. But what if you get that general ticket share at the 397? Or that elite ticket to get it all for $997.
All the information. The $397 is going to give you all the information.
All the speakers are on day one, right, Shay?
Information, and we're not about splitting up the information, right? It's quality content, it's quality information, and our goal is to make sure that anyone that is in attendance is obtaining the information that they need. So go for it.
Absolutely. I want to do a quick check. There was a young lady that just hit me up, Marvin and Jamie, that family. If you're in the live now, let me know, because you're new to us, and I want to just kind of start from the beginning. If you need an explanation, you just asked me a question in a separate kind of Facebook group, but I want to honor that tonight if you're here. So I sent her the link and I said, hey, let me know when you're here live. And it's Jamie and Marvin. And I want to answer your question. So I'm going to wait a little bit and I'm going to keep talking about this, because if you come in, I actually want to answer your question live while you're here, Miss Jamie and Marvin. But have you ever thought about buying a tax lien or a tax deed? I know I have, but guess what? I have no clue how to do it. So I'll admit, don't nobody come up to me when Miss Howard talking, because I'm going to be like all ears, even though she's got her own room on another platform that I join every Sunday, and she's going to tell y'all all about that. She's got a boot camp. But this day, don't come up to me trying to talk to me during this session, because I also want to know how to buy a house for $3,000, for $1,500, for maybe $5 grand. Because Shay and I just spent a bunch of money buying this last house and rehabbing it. I want to know the game that Howard teaches. Mm-hmm. How about the tax lien, where maybe I'm not going to get the property, but because I put my money down and they're holding it, I get my money back with interest. That's what I'm excited about too. So this is that creative way of how we're going to show you guys how to get property to do this. Because one thing that I've learned over the years of teaching this model, guys, it's not hard to get the clients. It's not hard to get the residents. It's not hard to build the relationships. It's the real estate that seems to be challenging at times. So we're going to show you guys creative ways to get the real estate. And what are you supposed to say to these homeowners and the landlords? Because guys, remember, without my coaching product, I don't just give that out. But at this event, I'm giving it away, guys. And I got an ebook that I put it in for less than $97 that's got a role play tied to it. So again, that family, really quick, I'm going to check one more time for Marvin and Jamie. If you're in here, just let me know because I want to answer your question live. And then Miss Renee Scott, it took us years to find her. Nobody could understand what we do because this is not a group home.
Right.
This is not an ALF. And the way that she verbalizes to you all of what words y'all are supposed to use when y'all trying to get your coverage, that's going to save a lot of y'all a bunch of money, time, and lawsuits. So Renee Scott, when she speaks for the first probably 4 minutes, that's going to be the worth the ticket that you paid. Because guess what my biggest lawsuit was when I first got into this, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Guys, I was sued for $30,000 for something that Renee could have just told me that would have took her 15 seconds. But guys, I didn't know it. Does that make sense, everybody?
Absolutely.
So again, if you're new to us, I know that you caught us in the middle, but I'm simply just breaking down how I used to be a poor social worker, begging God to change my life, begging God to get me involved in real estate, begging God to get me involved in helping people. And God was just genius enough where he allowed me to merge all of that stuff together. And God allowed us to put it in a blender. And you're going to hear me mention God a lot today, right? But I'm no pastor. I'm no bishop. I'm no priest. And sometimes when I'm not being a good boy, I can cuss like a sailor. So there's a bunch of stuff wrong with me, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to tell y'all. But with this thing that we're doing, guys, this is a ministry. And guess what? No matter what I just told you 3 seconds ago, we love God, we love people, and we love real estate.
Absolutely.
And God has allowed us to merge them together, y'all.
Absolutely.
This is all this is, Shay.
Yep,
this isn't rocket science, guys. This is real estate, the love of God, and social services. Talk about it, Shay, because Shay, is it any difference for you, Shay, because you're nonprofit, or the same mission?
Same mission.
Talk about it.
Same mission. Honestly, it makes my mission even bolder and it can push it a little further as well, right? Because I'm able to show other nonprofit organizations how they can utilize real estate. A lot of people don't realize that in certain aspects of real estate that is local to the surplus, like the surplus, nonprofit organizations get first dib at surplus land endeavors and etc. So how about if you have an established nonprofit organization that can take advantage of surplus in the surplus real estate market in your community, your area, and utilize it to expand what you do by providing housing, right? That is one of the most needed assets right now in any local, in any community, Derek. People are turning hotels into housing. People are doing all of these different realms, right? But nonprofit organizations are missing it at times because they don't realize that there's a surplus. You know, there's the real estate surplus of the county surplus, or however you want to state it, that they have access to bid on before anybody, any LLC, any C Corp, any whatever you want to consider yourself. They have access to a litany of property in their areas that if it's there, that they can utilize to help expand what they're doing by providing housing. So honestly, there is no big difference other than, again, being able to add additional programs, not services, programs to what we do. And being able to now, again, help our people go from homeless to hopeful and give them the tools they need to adequately return or really just get back into community and society. So that's really the biggest difference, Derek. That's
absolutely. And I want to point out another difference that somebody is texting me in this group. And again, if you guys are in that group that I'm talking about, let me know. I want to know that you're here. They were amazed, Shay, that we're not providing food. So one of the questions in this group, they say, hey guys, where are you guys doing your shopping at? Where are you getting your shopping for your food? And where do you get your chef for your residents? I responded, my clients are independent and cook their own bologna sandwich. They're all amazed by that. It's like, wow, this is what one they literally just said. I've been in this industry for 20 years, and that is the first I've actually heard of this. Interesting. I just sent her the YouTube link.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, if you're in this room, let us know, because I noticed that your room is a little different. You guys do residential assisted living, and I want to answer that question. What's the difference between you and I, ma'am? My clients don't need assistance. They're completely independent. Hence the word ILF. That stands for Independent Living Facility, where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. Now, I jokingly say this all the time, but I mean it. That means I don't cook my clients bologna sandwich. I don't drive them to the doctor's appointments or CVS or Walmart to pick up their medications, and neither do I administer medications. If you forget everything else that I say today, Miss Jennifer, just remember those three things right there, because that's what will separate you from a licensed facility. Because watch this. Also, at the end of the day, I'm very honest. Guess what I really am at the end of the day when you want to break it down? Guys, I'm just a glorified landlord.
Yep.
The only difference between that glorified landlord and what most of y'all think I am is the love of God is a part of me and in my heart. And our program has structure to it. There's rules. This is not a boarding home. This is not a rooming house. This is not some guy that is just renting rooms. I never, listen to this, guys. I never wanted to be known as some guy that was just housing people. I wanted it to be respected as a program that was changing lives in the community through shared housing.
Absolutely.
Shay, do you see the difference in that?
Absolutely.
Because again, if I'm just some bald head black guy housing people, that means nothing.
No, absolutely.
But if I'm a program, Shay, by the name of Second Chance Housing, LLC, and I'm changing lives in the community through shared housing, that's what I want to be known for, ladies and gentlemen. Correct. And that's the difference. So again, we have structure, we have rules, and like Shay told you earlier, we're more program based. So it's almost like we're a group home without the license.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because essentially, Shay, again, the only difference is I don't need my state. I don't need ACA or DC of telling me what to do or when to do it. I don't take Medicaid or Medicaid dollars. Nope. We receive SSI and SSDI and private pay, which means the guy that's got a job at McDonald's. Miss Shay, it's on you.
Derek, one quick so we do have some people streaming over here on Instagram, and I just want to let them know that at the hour mark, Instagram does shut down the live stream. So if you can hear me and you are enjoying this information,
Instagram's got about 3 minutes before it shuts down.
Yeah,
also, if you're on Clubhouse, we just do that just to make sure that people still find us, but definitely come over to YouTube. Correct. You guys want to join us tomorrow, and Miss Taylor, you all join us on YouTube. That way you can also see the pictures and the slideshow in terms of what we're showing you for the visual. So definitely come on over. And we usually put the link in the top. So forgive me for not doing that. But if you're on Clubhouse or any other streaming to where you can only hear us, come to YouTube at Forston Consultants. And also the couple or anybody that saw me in that Facebook group, if you're in our live right now, just let me know, because I want to make sure that I answer your questions directly. And I want to aim it towards you to make sure that I'm giving you value. Miss Shay?
I just want to let them know to join us on YouTube at Forston Consultants, please.
Miss Carrie said, this is the content I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Miss Carrie, me too, before I found it 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I was dreaming of this model. Shay?
So if you're new to us, go ahead and text the word new to 407-326-0086. Follow it through the whole process. Also, if you want to find out more information, we can, again, send you some more information by texting more information to that same number. Actually, do more information, because we'll know that you're new once you fill out all that information, and I can add you to get your free gift. So text more info. More info to 407-326-0086. And that's going to give you more information on how you can connect with us, how you can get started with becoming an ILF, independent living facility owner and operator, how we can help you structure what you already have and take it to the next level. Derek, there's actually a really cool question that came in.
There's a lot of them coming in.
Yeah.
Now.
So can you scroll to the top?
Let's do it.
There's another one that came in a while ago that I definitely, sorry, I got 3 screens here, so my mouse is going wacky. This one I think is a very good one that we can talk about. And
Joe
this is
next door
something.
makes a complaint that I'm running a business with no license. What protection do I have, or what do I need to say to prove no license is needed for an ILF? That's a great question.
I know when I saw it, I was
And
like,
I've dealt
dang,
with a Mr. Joe,
we all
right?
have.
So I'm gonna probably just drop a gem real quick too, even before I go into Mr. Joe. One thing that I kind of do to make the whole neighborhood kind of settle down and not overreact, I feed the whole neighborhood usually.
Absolutely.
So my church is tied to a food pantry, right? And why? And this is some real deep coaching right here. So y'all need to thank Charmaine, because this is not something I would normally just talk about on the live.
Exactly. Yep.
But most of the time, where we're getting these properties at, this is not going to be in a rich place, and it's not going to be a lot of like well-to-do people.
It's not going to be in the hood
And
neither.
it's not going to be in the hood either, right? But it's also going to be people that would love if I come by with a bunch of grocery and vegetables and poultry and meat and fruit and canned goods of grocery, to let them know that I'm new in this neighborhood and that I'm doing this thing. And I'll talk about Charmaine again kind of more at that event, because you're coming. But I'm trying to break bread. I took a page out of Jesus's book many years ago. God always believed in breaking bread, right? And doing miracles over food. I always believe that food is one of the greatest gatherings of people. When you want to get people together to kind of buy into something, get people to come together and feed them. Why you think I'm feeding y'all June 21st?
That part.
I want y'all to buy into this thing and go back and change your city with this model.
Yeah.
So again, one thing that I do to the neighborhood, because if you've ever seen my cul-de-sac of those 8 houses, we fed that whole neighborhood before I got them all.
And Derek, and that was during COVID.
When we got the first house, guys, I fed that whole cul-de-sac, bringing by sweet potatoes, white potatoes, chicken, fish, poultry. Because guys, I was getting it for free.
Yeah.
Now that's just the gem, but let me go back to her question. First of all, Mr. Joe need to mind his business. Second of all, I'm going to probably befriend Mr. Joe before that even happens. And then second of all, again, I'm doing something that are within my rights.
Exactly.
I'm abiding by the law, because that whole Fair Housing Act.
None of Mr. Joe's business.
The Fair Housing Act is going to cover all of that with Mr. Joe. And watch this, Charmaine. As long as I'm not running a clown show, which your big brother did in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing.
Come on, sir.
I was running a clown show, y'all.
Come on, sir.
Bringing in the wrong people, the wrong clientele. They calling the cops every day, the police every day. Watch this, Charmaine. With our teaching and coaching, people shouldn't even realize and know what that house is. Mm-hmm. And the day that they do, they should say, oh my God, Charmaine's running a program where she housing and helping people. This is really cool.
And they went, and Derek, can I tell you?
But if you run it the wrong way, Charmaine, that's what Mr. Joe gonna be calling everybody. So my coaching gonna teach you with that assessment, how do we serve the right person, the right avatar? How do we move in the right people that no attention is drawn to us?
Absolutely.
Michelle, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You just hit it when you said that, because I'm going to show something to Charmaine, right? A huge percentage of this, of the real estate market now is comprised of the mom, the dad, the children. It may be the grandma as well. It may be a couple of uncles and aunties and their kids that are now having to room or live together because of the market. So what you're realizing is it's the same dynamic. And that is what we're teaching you how to do and do right. A lot of people get into this space. They start talking about, well, I have a housing program. I do this and I'm that. No, Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe don't need to know none of that. Right?
None of that. And Shay giving y'all some good coaching right now, too.
If you tell Mr. Joe any of that, he gonna be that guy that he just mad because Mr. Joe might own the house 2 streets up and he trying to get some renters and want to know what you doing because he see the different people and he trying to count your money and all that. No, we don't do that. The whole goal is when you have a housing model as such, you do the appropriate intake process, you bring in the right people. And this is the part of this that takes work, right? This is the part of it that needs that ongoing training and consulting so that we can show you how to make sure that you're mixing the right. I'm going to use Justin, that I'm bringing Justin in and that he meshes well with Derek. Because if I bring Justin in and Justin and Derek are now knuckling up every week, we got a problem.
And she's using me, by the way, as a client example. Don't
Right.
use me, babe, because that can get
I
confusing.
know, but these are client examples. Sorry. Definitely. Thank you for that correction. But there is definitely there's a process that you've got to do to make sure that this is operating well. Like Derek told you, the clown show. Listen, he had a clown show. Before I left corporate America, y'all, bless this man's heart. He did not sleep. He barely ate.
Trying to get it right, man.
The phone rang 24/7,
messing it up.
and it was always an issue. But now, again, seamless. I've got, when you come to this event, if you are a VIP or an elite client come into this event, you will get to see the neighborhood that my house is in. You will get to see that neighbor A and neighbor B.
And the neighbors are like, how you guys doing?
How y'all doing?
Charmaine, we're not bothering nobody. Charmaine, when I first started, we were bothering people.
Hold on, Derek. Wait, I got to let Charmaine know this. Charmaine, on 3 different occasions at this new place, I have had over 15 vehicles lining the streets.
Social workers.
And that has been with over 15, 16 social workers, case managers, all in uniform walking through my home. So this is what I'm saying. You've got to know before you go ILF. Look at the community that you're engaging in and make sure that you just really do the proper intake. I think that is ultimately the one thing that I cannot state enough, is that assessment and really knowing the population that you're serving and how to serve them well is what will help Mr. Joe mind his business.
Let's do it. So I got another question that I want to jump to, but our commercial is actually going to probably cover that. So let's take a quick commercial break, and we're going to knock out all of these questions. Whatever questions you have, put them in the chat. But also don't forget, we want to see you guys June 21st in Orlando, Florida for our 2024 ILF conference. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Hey, David, did you know that you can start your own housing program and it doesn't require you for you to own the property and you do not need a license? So how in the world would you do that? I was always told that you had to own the property and that there was always some kind of special license that you had to get from your city to do this. People always told me that there was lots of red tape to jump through. So you mean to tell me these are also not group homes? It's actually simple. They're called independent living facilities, and Forston Consultants actually created it. They hold the trademark for it. So I follow them religiously on Instagram at Forston Consultants as well as Facebook. And every Monday night at 6 p.m., they actually go live on YouTube at Forston Consultants, and I follow them there as well. So you mean to tell me my dream of becoming this housing provider that I've always dreamt of is closer than I realize? And again, you're telling me I don't need a license and I don't have to own the property. Absolutely. You do not have to own the property. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a CNA, and you can get started as soon as tomorrow. Click the link below for more information. All right, so let's go. So again, if you're new to us, welcome back, and we thank you so much for being here. My name is Derek Forston, and we teach you guys how to start your own independent living facility without the need for staff and or medical oversight. And the quickest way to be involved with us and what we're doing is by texting more info, just that phrase, more info, to 407-326-0086. I'm actually going to scroll across the bottom of the screen just so that you guys don't miss it. Again, that's 407-326-0086. That's the wrong phrase right there, but that's the same number. Shay's going to type it into the chat, and then I'm going to immediately go back to the comments to start answering some of these questions, right? So Miss Linda said that she owns a ALH as well. I'm assuming that she tells me differently that stands for assisted living home. Linda, if I'm wrong about that, you make sure that you tell me. Miss Holloway asked about what was the number again. So that was that 407 number that Shay just put in the chat.
Correct.
And Miss Holloway, if you text the phrase more info, you immediately get that introductory webinar. So once you fill that out, that actually also gives you a free discovery call with us. So not only do you hear me live here talking, but once you watch that webinar, my team can track all of that and see it. They're going to set you up with a phone call with me to find out how can we get you started in your city or to cover any questions that you may have. Yes. The other one question that was asked, Katara actually already answered it, and that's what I like about that too. So, Miss Carrie, you asked what kind of individuals are we housing? Katara was just like you about a year and a half ago, right? Asking that same question, but now she's doing this and is looking for her next property. So we house independent adults. That can be
Okay.
a military veteran. That can be a middle-aged adult. That can be a working adult. That can be a teenager that has aged out of the foster care system. And again, the elderly adults and the military veteran, I'll just admit, that's kind of my favorite. Because, Miss Carrie, I teach people to house folks according to your lifestyle. Absolutely listen to what the community is calling for. But prime example, Miss Carrie, today I'm very busy.
Yeah.
Which means I don't have the time to maybe house a population like the teenagers aging from the foster care system. Even though they'll be adults at 18 or 19, they still need a lot of attention, a lot of cuddling, right? A lot of pouring into. And I'll just admit, my lifestyle today can't do that. I'm so busy teaching and doing my mission and what God has put on my heart. I don't have time to run with what I would call a babysitting service.
We can't. It's too much. Yeah.
Right. So again, that's why we have people that are independent, that can cook their own food, provide their own transportation, and take their own medications. Remember, I told you guys, if you forget everything I said tonight, if you remember that, that's the cheat code to having an unlicensed facility. Because I guarantee you, the people that Miss Linda is serving, they need help probably bathing, eating, doing their daily, what they call them, the ADLs, right? Your everyday living, the bathing, the wash, the brushing your teeth, feeding yourself, going to the bathroom on your own. Guys, my lifestyle isn't set up for that. Neither do I want staff. So again, we explained that the ILF model is the right now model. That ALF, that APD, all those other licensed group homes. And trust me, guys, I don't hate those things. I love them. There's a place for it and there's people for it. That's just not my lane.
Exactly.
My lane is the right now model. My lane is also to discover and unveil to a lot of you that's been wanting to do this for years, the cheat code to it. Because if you love God, love people, and love real estate, and you got some patience, this is genius for you because it's a ministry. Not Derek, but the Bible says that the poor and the needy will always be among us.
Yep.
God also said that the poor and the needy and the widow, we should be taking care of those people. And guys, that's what we're doing through real estate. So Miss Holloway, can you imagine having a business to where the blessing of God was already tied into it? That's what this is.
Yeah.
I jokingly tell people all the time, you show me something better than other than being a preacher, to where you can do God's will, help people, and watch this, because a lot of people are afraid to say this last part and make a bunch of money doing it. Watch this, guys. I want to make a bunch of money doing this so that I can continue building the kingdom of God. Because the more money we make, the more lives that we can help through this housing.
Exactly.
Not to go buy Mercedes Benzes and gold chains and diamonds.
Stuff
That's being selfish. I want to make a bunch of money doing this where I can keep buying real estate. Because watch this, guys. Money follows ministry. Money also follows mastery. And we've mastered the art of shared housing. And watch this, not Derek. God is so genius, y'all, that he allowed us to combine social services, real estate, and the love of God all together. That's what this is, y'all. Not rocket science.
Yeah.
Miss Shay, next question.
I'm just looking. I see Miss Linda said I do own an assisted living home. Yep. For 17 years, getting tired. It's I can imagine it's a
Congratulations
lot,
on
Miss Linda,
that.
and that's
Yep.
longevity. So hats off to you. A lot of people get into business and don't realize the grit, the grind, and all that goes into it. So hats off to you for 17 years. That's
Absolutely.
a blessing.
That's a
That
super.
is a
So that
blessing.
also means to me, Miss Linda, that you're not afraid of this. You know what it is. And this to you would be like easy compared to what you're doing now. If you got it to this, can you imagine housing people that don't need you to feed them, provide food, drive them anywhere, don't require staff? As long as you keep a roof over their head, keep the lights on and the water on and the Wi-Fi running, no rats and no roaches, you're going to be good for this.
Correct.
Because if you're new to us, you don't know my story until you watch that webinar. God showed me a lady that was making $41,000 a month doing this same model, guys. The only difference between her and us, because we're all family now, she was housing these people in rats and roaches, y'all. The rooms look just like this, no different, y'all. But there were no bed rails, no sheets, no pillow, no pillowcase, no comforter, just a bare mattress on the ground.
Correct.
As roaches were running in and out of that mattress, Miss Linda, it broke my heart. And I'll never forget the day, Miss Holloway, where she said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, Derek, but let me show you what I make doing it. Miss Carrie, I don't know if she was just bragging. Miss Carrie, I don't know if she just wanted to show me her financial gain. But for me and somebody that was making $28,000 a year, she showed me living my dream. She was making 41 grand a month. I was like, God, why not me? I say, but God, I want to change the way homeless people are being viewed, and I want to change the way they live in. Obviously, this girl just mistreating your people, God. But God, I want to do this the right way. 100%. I said, so God, if you allow me to get into it, God, not only will I teach it to other people, I won't be a crab in a bucket, and God, we'll do it the right way. So the pictures that you guys see, it's a direct blessing of what I saw. I'm no genius. I barely finished high school, y'all, and Shay tricked me to go to college. Through the grace of God, I graduated with a human services degree.
Yeah.
Shay was like, Derek, what you gonna do with yourself, bro? Like, Derek, I got all of these degrees, Derek. What is you doing? Derek, you got a job, you a hustler, you do all of this stuff. But Derek, what is you gonna make of yourself? Like, when it's all said and done, what are you gonna somebody said there's 2 dates that are really important in your life: the day that you was born and the day that you figure out why. Lord have mercy.
Because that
not the day you die, Shay.
The dash in between.
That dash in between for most people is the day that you discover why you was born. Yeah. And watch this. For me, I know why I'm on this earth.
Yeah.
To be involved in real estate, to help people with housing, and to teach it to other people, because people have been hiding it from y'all too. That's why most of y'all are in this room right now. You found me on somewhere on social media saying, wow, this guy said he can house people with no license. In fact, put a number 7 in the chat right now if you found me at any point in your life on a social media outlet. Because that's what we're going to be talking about at the event, Shay. Yeah, how do you advertise this thing?
You got to advertise.
Because, Shay, if I fry the best chicken or if I bake the best chocolate chip cookies, how do people know if I never talk about it, Shay?
Derek, let me show you the prime example of what you just said, right? So my family just opened up a restaurant. For y'all that don't know, I am from Bermuda. But my family just opened up a restaurant, right, Derek? And the biggest issue they had is my brother went on vacation with his fiance, and nobody was marketing the business. Remember this, Derek?
Yep.
Nobody marketed the business. And guess what happened? The amount of money lost because people did not know they existed. So guess what I did? I forced them to add a virtual assistant to their business. And since then, they're seeing $3,000, $5,000 days because of marketing. So like Derek says, if you can cook the best fried chicken you want in your life, but if nobody knows you exist, how do they know that you have a service that they can utilize? So this is a part of what we teach and train at Forston Consultants, is knowing how to get the word out of who you are and what you do. And not only get the word out, but be able to speak the correct lingo in the right rooms with the right people. Because you don't want to go to a hospital and say, hey, I got a group home, because they're going to look at you and say, okay, nice. You know, it's all about
show me your paperwork and your license. I don't have a group home.
It's going to be a whole bunch
I have a housing program.
That part. It's going to be a whole bunch of different information that they absorb, right? Or that they're taught to kind of filter to be able to identify where these patients are going to go once they're discharged. So that's what you've got to know. You've got to know what conversations need to be had and how to effectively have them, right? It's not all about, I don't know. No, you've got to, let me tell you, that is the worst thing you can do in this space, because people will look at you like you are a fool and they will not call. You will be put on the do not list. Don't do it list. Okay. So I just wanted to get that point across, because Derek, you say that a lot, and I wanted to give them a realistic like perspective, or a realistic overview of somebody that did it. It's my family, had a business, did not market, did not make money. Right now, you put the marketing in place, and now they're bursting at
virtual
the seams.
assistant. And not that they're even doing it. It's the virtual assistant.
All they got to do is send pictures. Send me the pictures of the food. Send them to me. I'll dispatch them over to your virtual assistant. And now you got content. You're welcome. That's it. You're welcome. Somebody posted a review. I sent it straight to the virtual assistant. The virtual assistant pulled it off the social media and created some more marketing from that. So it's all about utilizing and leveraging the skill set of virtual assistants, as well as if you're great at it, do it, but you've got to market. Marketing is key point. Like it marketing, market, and market some more. Okay.
Everywhere.
That's it. That's all I can say is just market. Market till your fingers go numb, but market. Okay.
Absolutely. So here's another question, a great question. And also thank you, Miss Rita, who answered it. And also Miss Holloway, just so that you know, Miss Rita is only 8 weeks under our coaching.
Yes.
Has a house that's completely full now. And it is aggravated because she can't find another one fast enough. I tell people, if you do this the right way, ladies and gentlemen, your only problem should be, other than dealing with people, because we are dealing with people. I don't want to sugarcoat that. People are people. Some of us got them in our families. We all got them. So people are people. No matter but other than dealing with people, your only problem in this ministry, business, should be, Derek, I can't find real estate fast enough, Derek.
Yeah.
And what a blessing that is, Mr. Carey, to say, wow, I can't find real estate fast enough.
Yeah.
But watch this. If I rent a property, which we rent a lot of them, do I need to tell the homeowner what I'm doing? Absolutely. Some people would teach you this and say, well, Miss Holloway, you don't really have to tell the owner now. You just do your thing. Rita gave you the exact answer that I would have said, because guess why? She's under the coaching. You got to tell the owner, because what if you started on a Monday, the owner finds out 2 Mondays later, he's kicking out everybody, you and all your tenants. You just caused a bigger problem, but what we were trying to stop. So we absolutely tell the owner what we're doing. In fact, we want him to know what we're doing and the great work he's doing in the community. Because when I first started, Ms. Holloway, I didn't know what to say to the homeowner. I didn't know how to ask him. Now we got the wordplay down to a science now. And now I'm going to make him feel good about what he's doing in the community, because now, Ms. Holloway, he's a partner now. Mr. Jones, you can go and tell all your friends that you house the homeless now, but you got somebody doing all the work, and that's me. I told one homeowner that he thought that was the greatest thing ever. He said, wow, Derek, I can tell all my friends that I housed. Yes, sir, you can, because you do. This your house, bro. You just let me rent it through a contract. But yeah, tell all your friends and your family that you house the homeless and the displaced, but you smart enough to have somebody run it for you. And that's me. How great is that now? I just gave you a little bit of that, coaching him how we do that. But we're going to make him feel good about it. Put a number 7 in the chat if you're enjoying this free information. See how we're talking about, regardless if you come to my event or if you buy any coaching, God told me 7 years ago, Derek, if I give it to you, you got to teach it to other people. And that's a promise that I made, because I wanted to get in this so bad, y'all, and nobody would show it to me. So I made the Channel 8 News. I went through a $40,000 lawsuit doing this the wrong way because I didn't know. Nobody wanted to teach it. But I said, God, if you let me get in this, I said, God, first of all, I'll take no credit. God, I'll give you all the glory, the honor, and the praise. And God, I'll tell people that is you. So watch me do this again, because I do this every night. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Derek Forston. And quite frankly, without God, I'm an idiot and I'm nothing.
Not an idiot.
But with God and his power and his love and his hand behind me, y'all gonna think I'm a genius. And God is gonna allow my voice, my words, and my effect of what we're doing to go across my city, my county, and my state. But again, without God, I'm a nobody. I'm all of those bad words that you can think of, but with God, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And God makes me look like a genius, because he said I was made in his image and his likeness. So if you just met me for the first time today, please know that God is first in everything that we do. Is that understood, everybody? God is first in all of this, because none of this works without God. How you think my city allows this without God? Because everybody told me, just like in y'all city, Derek, you can't do that. Right. Derek, you can't start no housing program. You ain't got no license. Derek, you're not a nurse. And here we are in 35 different states now and over 360 ILFs through the teaching of it. Not because I have that many. That means that when Miss Holloway get one and she family to us, we're going to add to that number. Miss Linda, when you get one under our coaching, we add to that number.
Yeah. Miss
Carrie, when you get your 3, we're going to add your 3 to that number. No difference. And that's how Rita made us be 363, I think it was, because Rita's got a house now and she's family. Rita and I was going to the same church, ladies and gentlemen, and didn't even know it. But because of the impact of my community and my pastor talking about it all the time. Rita was like, wow, I want to do that. 8 weeks later, she got a house and it's full of people, 8 people in her place that would be homeless without Miss Rita. Big shout out to Cozy Comfort Solutions. So it's people like Rita, people like Joanne, people like Tiffany, people like Miss Tia, people like that make me look like a genius when really I'm not. But when God does this, Derek, it's your turn. And that's what God did to me 7 years ago. He said, Derek, it's your turn now. But Derek, you gotta share it with other people. Don't be a crab in a bucket, Derek. Don't keep this information to yourself, Derek. So that's why, regardless if y'all come to this event, which is almost sold out, or if you don't buy another coaching product from me, I'm coming here every Monday, every Tuesday, and every Saturday answering every question you got. Because that's a promise I made to God. I said, God, if you change my life, and y'all, I'm here to tell you today, he changed my life with this information. And I didn't get the information from somebody. I'm the one who had to go through the bumps and the bruises of it. Remember the scripture in the Bible, Miss Holloway, that says, write the vision and make it plain so that he that readeth it can run with it. Some of us, when we read that, you think that means for you. Not for me. When I read it and the way that God has structured my life, it says this. Derek, write the vision and make it plain so that when Miss Holloway read it, so that when Miss Carrie reads it, so that when Miss Simonia reads it, and Angela and Tia and Katara, when they read it, they can run with it now. God has set my whole life up. But Derek, you're going to go through the bumps, the bruises, and the mistakes of a lot of stuff. But Derek, I'm going to hold you up right until you get through it. But Derek, your job is to teach it to other people on the other side. Guys, before this turned into a consulting business, we went around the world for 2 years doing a free city-to-city tour. Some of y'all met me that way many years ago. We was on, especially during COVID, as soon as COVID came, it shut it down and it went to that kind of like that coaching. But guys, we gave this away for 2 years for free. I was so impressed of how God changed my life with it. I was like, man, I got to teach this to other people. There is no way I can keep this to myself. So again, luckily for y'all, I'm not a crab in a bucket. And I made a promise to God that I'll teach it everywhere I go. So every Monday at 6 p.m. right here on YouTube. Subscribe now if you haven't. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm right here. Bring all your questions because this is what we do. My job is to take people from homeless to hopeful, but to teach it to you. Because again, watch this. Not Derek, but the Bible says the poor and the needy will always be among us. And guys, we're taking care of those people through real estate. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right. Let's do it. So again, thank y'all so much for being here. We super appreciate it. You guys know that I laugh and I joke a lot, but I'm serious when it comes to this housing and you guys being a part of it. Because my dream is to watch y'all quit y'all job doing this, right? Or excuse me, Shay, hate that quit word. Resign from your job. Now, some of you all, my brother used to keep his job and do this. So there's an option for some of you all that really like your job, or your job don't cause you no problems. It's not aggravating. It's not frustrating. And it's kind of easy. We teach you to keep your job and do this. But if you anything like me, you're trying to find a way out of that door. In fact, type the word me in the chat. If you like me, you say, nah, Dick, I don't want my job, bro. I'm ready to go. Type the word me in the chat because our coaching will cover when is it time for you to leave. Okay? You need to leave at the right appropriate time because I always tell you guys that I would have changed things a little bit from how I left my job. Even though I did give a notice. In fact, it was like a 90-day notice. I would have probably still kept my job a little bit longer in terms of what I know now. Meaning, when I teach you guys and I consult you one-on-one, I like to teach you guys business credit, how you go to the bank and leverage their money, right? Guys, I bought houses on credit cards. I do that kind of stuff, right? So I want you guys to know more than just how to house people. I want to teach you business credit, how to fix your personal credit, to leverage credit, to start other businesses, and to have money that necessarily don't come from your pocket. Guys, I start a lot of businesses, but that money don't come from my pocket usually per se. Even the house that we just bought and rehabbed, guys, this come from like business credit cards. So we teach you guys that game because, again, if I could start all over again, I would have kept my job long enough that when I did go to the bank, I can show the W-2 job to continue to leverage the business credit. Because I quit my job, started the entrepreneurship, and then went to the bank, I couldn't prove to them people that I was reliable. They didn't believe in second chance housing or Forston Consultants at that point. It wasn't grown enough. So we teach you guys that if at all possible, keep your job. Leverage they using you, so use them. My brother talked about that all the time. Your job use you every day, 5 days a week, 7 days a week, some of y'all. Why not use and leverage them for that W-2 so that you can get business credit cards, business lines of credit? Some of y'all trying to figure out how do you get the money to start this business credit. All the things that I found out afterwards. And I'll admit, guys, not to brag, that's what makes us such a great coaching company, because we've been through all the mistakes, the bumps and the bruises of doing it the wrong way. And to me, I'll admit, I also like to learn from people like that. I don't want to learn from nobody that has not been through no mistakes. I want to learn from people that have been through things and then they fixed it and now they got it right. Okay, so Katara says me. Joanne says me. I want to leave my job. Angela says me with a bunch of E's on it. Me, Angela said. So Angela, you was like me. I was like, man, where's the nearest exit door? And when that lady showed me that she was making $41,000 a month housing people in this model right here, and the day I found out that she was housing people in rats and roaches, I said, God, you mean to tell me this lady can make 41 grand mistreating your people in rats and roaches and still make 41 grand a month? God, I make 28 grand a year. Can you help me, God? I talked to God just that simple. God, you are no respecter of person. You love that lady just like you love me, but God, she mistreating your people. Got a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor paying $700 a month as roaches running in and out of the stove. Really? Guys, I saw this. And I said, God, if you can do it for her as she's mistreating your people, God, you surely can do it for me. So again, I like to show people kind of what it looked like too, right? So this is not no big box building with 50 rooms in it or 65 rooms. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath home, residential. It can be a 3-bed, 2-bath. It can be a 4-bed, 2-bath. It could be a mobile home if it's on its own land. For my new people, don't mind that trash. That was trash day. And forget about the for sale sign because the guy bought this place to do this, guys. And the inside looks just like this, like the rest of us. So remember me, Derek, your coach. I'm going to just go ahead and claim that I'm your coach now. I'm your big brother. I'm your family member. We don't care what the outside looks like. It just can't be leaking. Can't have no rats and roaches in it. Because watch this. I always say the rats and roaches thing, but watch this. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Some of the people that we house, they're going to bring the rats and roaches. Not because you're some crummy lady, Miss Holloway. Katara, not because you keep a nasty place. Miss Tia, not because you just keep roaches around. You moved in Billy last week, but Billy came from the woods. Sleeping in the woods for 3 months before he found your program through a social worker. So guess what's in his book bag? Roaches. But guess what I did today, ladies and gentlemen, that I do probably every month or sometimes twice a month? Pest control. Now, the pest control that I buy, it ain't from Walmart. It ain't from Home Depot. It ain't from Lowe's. It's the industrial stuff that you got to mix, usually with water. Not that cheap Raid can that don't kill nothing. We don't believe in that. And when you do preventative maintenance and spraying, that also keeps away the rats and roaches. So notice every time I talk about those rats and roaches, guys, I need to do a better job of telling y'all, guys, sometimes the rats and roaches are going to come. And watch this. Watch how honest I am. I just got rid of a roach problem. Because guess why? I'm going to just say MW, his name. MW, when we moved him in, guess where he came from? The street, panhandling, book bag in the grass all the time. So guess what my new rule is now that we started months ago? Here's some free coaching. When we move in people, especially from the street, from the woods, from the outside, from nasty other group homes, they got to wash all their stuff before they move in my place. The book bag, the sheets, the clothes, the linen, his shoes. I want everything washed. Does that make sense, everybody? Put a number 1 in the chat if that makes sense to you. When you move in people, Miss Joanne, don't trust that they're just clean and nice people. We are going to make them wash everything. And we make it a part of our protocol. So it's not like, well, you got to wash your clothes today. Everybody that moves to second chance housing, Mr. Mark, has to wash all of their clothing. This is not just because we're asking you, but Jacob, Carlos, Juan, and Raphael, when they moved in, they all washed their stuff too. So this is not nothing special, but this is to keep us safe, keep you safe, and give all your clothes a clean, fresh wash. See how it sounds now? That I'm not saying, hey, man, you got to wash your clothes because you probably got roaches. Tell them it's protocol. Make sense, everybody? Am I teaching okay tonight, guys? Because again, as I'm getting closer and closer to the event, I just want to make sure that I'm still giving the value. And again, for you ILF Mastery Blueprint members, I told y'all what to use when it comes to roaches, bed bugs. That could be a nightmare. We are not buying stuff from Walmart, ladies and gentlemen. We are not buying stuff from Lowe's. None of that stuff works. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show. All right. So that was for the family that asked about our one-on-one coaching. That's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. And like a lot of people have been doing lately, you don't have to share it, right? Because one lady called and said, well, Derek, I don't want to share. I want this product by myself. I don't want to use nobody else. So she paid the $7,500. So again, guys, but if you want our one-on-one coaching, it is $15,000. But please apply for the scholarship. I see that Brian Harris just typed in scholarship. Scholarship would allow that to go to $7,500. And then again, what a lot of people have been doing lately, that they're sharing that with a business partner or a friend, or even one lady did with a lady that she met in our YouTube channel. So again, just make sure that it's with another like-minded person that has your same heart, your same vision. But again, you don't have to run the program with them. I'm just allowing you guys to team up like that to help you out financially. So prime example, I'm going to name 2 people that have it already so that I'm not picking on anybody. So if Katara and Joanne want to go in together, they could split that $7,500 right down the middle. And that gives both of them our one-on-one coaching. And I'm going to go over that again real quick for the family that just got here and asked about it. Guys, our one-on-one coaching has so much value in it. It's crazy, and it takes a long time for me to kind of get through what's all in it. So we want you guys to go to forstonconsultants.com/IMB, and that'll show you everything that's inside of the ILF Mastery Blueprint. Again, that's forstonconsultants.com/IMB. But what's involved in it is simply your logo. We're going to build it. Your website, your CRM system, we're going to build it. Your phone system, text messaging system, we're going to build it and give it to you complimentary. You also get the one-on-one coaching. You think tonight is good in terms of what you're getting in terms of information. Our one-on-one coaching is unbelievable. You get that with me, Shay, and my whole team. Every ebook, every curriculum that we've ever made or created concerning this housing model, you get it. In fact, the ILF 101 course, this is what a lot of you got when you text that phrase new. So if you're new to us, I want to give you this for free, actually. And in about 14 days, my team is going to change that to the newest book that I just wrote. And it's called The 14 Dumbest Mistakes I Ever Made When Starting an Independent Living Facility. That's going to be our new thing that we give the new people. But right now, if you text the phrase new to 407-326-0086, my team will literally send you that 101 course right there, absolutely for free. Okay? Next thing that's involved is that HRA, the Housing Referral Agency. That's a whole business in a box by itself. We give it to you inside of this, which means that if you can't buy a house, you can't rent one or lease one, you can still make money and an impact by referring people. That's what this product does. So the course, the ebook, the curriculum, the SOPs, you get the email template, you get the phone script template. This ebook alone is where a lot of people get stuck at too, right? Derek, how do I get the property to tell people I'm going to rent it to rent it? For years, guys, I never gave this just by itself. You had to buy our coaching to get it. But probably about 8 months ago, we put this in, about a year ago, we put this in an ebook. So now you get an ebook and a live role play of what it sounds like talking to a case manager or a social worker. And how do you present it to get the property from the homeowner? Guys, I put all of that in the ebook. We also give you that role play with it. I want you to understand the medications, not administer them, but I want you to understand them. So I give that to you. And don't forget, we give you a complimentary virtual assistant, all of the VIP communities, and you guys get 3 of them because it's separated. So you get one for the ILF Master Blueprint 101 coaching, VIP community with a bunch of people already in it and a bunch of teaching already in it. You get a group for the for your virtual assistant. How can you make passive income with that same VA in your sleep? A lot of y'all got ebooks on your heart and in your brain. You never wrote it though. That virtual assistant gonna write your ebook now. A lot of y'all got courses and curriculum tied up in your heart and on your brain. That VA is gonna help you get it out now. Okay, and then we give you a course. We give you the community for also the HRA. So you get all 3 communities, guys. And again, the cheat code is that you also get the June event for free. So if you get our 101 coaching right now, you get me lifetime. And all of that stuff that I just named, plus you get the June event, guys. All of that for only $7,500. There is so much value in that even at the $15,000 price, it's still underpriced in my opinion. And most people say that too. Derek, I can't believe you get, and last but not least, you also get my accountant. But the accountant comes at the full price. So if you're one of those people that wanted it the $7,500, the accountant comes with that. But if you split that with somebody, I can't afford to pay the net from that split, right? So that's how I do that. I gift you all Lynette, my accountant, with either the full price at the 15 grand or that 7,500. But I'm letting you all know right now that you can split it. Split the 7,500 and 2 people can go in together and I still coach you individually. I'm just allowing you to join somebody to help you guys financially. Does that make sense, everybody? I want people to understand that we're helping them with the price on that. Okay, let's take a quick break from David and Dennis and we'll be right back. So Dennis, in this independent living facility model, right, which y'all call ILFs, what kind of residents can I house in this kind of model? David, that's a great question. And that's actually what makes the ILF model so great is because it's flexible. So prime example, you can house military veterans, elderly adults, women that are escaping domestic violence, and the list goes on and on and on. So Dennis, where do you get your residents from? I see you guys on TikTok and Facebook, you guys getting all of these houses. Like, where in the world are you getting these people from? Yeah, that's actually pretty easy. Forston Consultants teaches us to use social media such as Instagram, Facebook to let people know who we are, what we do, but probably most importantly, who do we serve? And we do that very consistently. So every day, 7 days a week, there's something being posted about what we do and who we serve, but also building relationships with social workers and case managers. Again, letting them know who we are, what we do, and most importantly with them that we're available. Dennis, how in the world are you able to do this without a license, bro? David, remember the reason why we don't need a license, because remember, the clients that we serve, they're independent. So that means that they can take their own medications, they can provide their own transportation, and they can cook and provide their own food. Dennis, man, you seem to know a lot about this independent living stuff, man. How do you know so much? Well, first of all, I graduated from Forston Consultants University, and I have a master's degree in independent living facilities And I join the Forston crew every Monday on YouTube at 6 p.m. Eastern. They go live, and that guy Derek, man, he give the game away. So I'm always there. So Dennis, what in the world are the requirements to get started with something like this? The only requirement for this, David, is a big heart for God, his people, and the love for real estate. That's it. And bro, don't think I ain't listening, because I am listening. But where can I find more information like this at, man? Because I really want to get started, man. David, if I were you, I'd follow Derek Forston on Facebook and TikTok, and then I'd follow Forston Consultants on everything else in terms of Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. Again, really slowly, David, because you're hard-headed. I'd follow Derek Forston at Facebook on his personal page. I'd follow him on TikTok, but I will also follow Forston Consultants on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Don't forget, David. Hey, Dennis, man, I really appreciate that, man. I'm going to do exactly what you told me to do. I'm going to follow Forston Consultants on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. No problem, David. That's actually what I'm here for. And by the way, where did you get that hoodie? I like that. Oh, this? I got this from Second Chance Apparel. I'll put the link below. This is for aspiring entrepreneurs. And the reason why I love to support it is that every shirt or hoodie that you purchase goes back into housing the homeless. All right, let's go. Let's go. So again, thank y'all so much. And thank you. We just got a message from I think that was Miss Charmaine. So Charmaine, text that word half. We gave the instruction that if you wanted to go half with somebody, text the word half to 407-326-0086. And Miss Charmaine, just text that and you have a partner. So my team will go ahead and send you that invoice either this evening or for sure by the morning. So Miss Charmaine, thank you so much. We appreciate that. And also, Charmaine, if that's the same Charmaine, Charmaine bought 3 tickets to the event yesterday. So that's the same Charmaine. Congratulations. And we look forward now to you getting the complete coaching because it looks like that's where you're trying to head. So again, if you want to be a part of that, text the phrase HALF, HALF, to 407-326-0086. And then we'll try to merge you with somebody so that you can only pay half of that $7,500. Okay. So Miss Holloway asked, do we have to have more than one restroom? No, you don't. Yeah. Preferably if you can get 2, great. But there's a lot of people that we coach that have a 2-1 or a 3-bed, 1 bath, 4-bed, 1 bath. And the way I explain that, Miss Holloway, because I don't want to just say yeah and just say that. I want to give you value like I've been doing all night. The reason why that's okay, because where this guy is coming from, a lot of times they was in a shelter where they shared the bathroom with like 85 other people. And it might only be 6 bathrooms in the whole place. So when they come to your place and you only got 5 people with the 1 bathroom, that's a no-brainer. But that's for the men. Now watch Shay tell you what's her thought on the women. Because I want to give the disclaimer. For me, that was for men. But for women, Shay, let them have it.
Absolutely. So for women, especially when you look at just the demographic in general, right? Women are a little bit different when it comes to that space and the frequency and use of that space. So I say if you can have 2 restrooms, you want to make sure you have a minimum of 2 as best as possible. Also, especially as they go up in age, the older, as you can't hold it just as much as you want to. So we want to make sure that there's that equality in the available number of restrooms per residence. You'll see that I will kind of, this house that I have the house that we just moved into is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 3 full baths. And I'm able to look at that from a different perspective. Like my master bedroom has a bath in it. I will never do a master as a private because that limits the amount of usage for that restroom. You heard that, right? So that the space is sufficient. There's a large restroom. I will not identify that for a single individual because I'm always looking at being able to provide enough or that shared space of restrooms, right? Want enough potties for the ladies in the house. I don't need no arguments and fights over potties. I don't need it.
The women to do it. The guys, they can be patient. They can go outside. Listen, the women, you want to be careful. I love it when she always talks about that.
I'm going to tell on myself. I brought in a young lady about 2 years ago. And I promise y'all this. She lived in the bathroom. And she was in a 3-2. And that bathroom was shared by 1, 2, 3 individuals. That bathroom, I had 5 women in that house. And 3 people shared that restroom. And Derek, they would call me because this young lady would take like 4 baths a day. And they weren't just
I
a
got a
quick,
guy like that
like
right
a
now,
shower.
actually.
It wasn't just a shower. It was the bubbles going, the music blasting.
Singing in the rain.
That
She was
part.
singing to the top of her lungs.
It was horrendous. I got a working lady that could never get ready for work. So she had to go and, kind of bulldoze her way into the master and use their restroom because this chick locked the bathroom down. So you always want to be mindful of that. I say make sure you have adequate space and adequate restrooms when you are housing women. Women can be a little bit different, a little bit more long-winded in the restroom, in doing some things in the restroom. So just know that I do have a preference in regards to that. So unlike Derek, I do. And I always train people that if you are gonna house women, you need to make sure that you house them accordingly. You don't want 3 women in a 900, actually 5 women in a 900 square foot house. That will drive you crazy and everybody else in the house crazy. So don't do it. Just pay attention to size because size does matter, and the number of restrooms do matter as well. Derek?
Absolutely. I want to answer the question from, well, actually, not a question, more of a comment. So Miss Holloway stated that, is it anybody else that wants to go half with her? She's in California and she's ready. So I'm announcing it for everybody else. If you want to partner up with Miss Holloway, let us know. But she's saying that she got her half.
And then also text that. Like also text it to the 407
Oh yes. So that way our team will know it too.
0086. So anytime, Miss Holloway, anybody else, like prime example, when we go live on Saturday, let's say somebody else comes in and puts that.
Somebody's gonna hear this replay and hear it.
Literally, like we see people do that all the time. And Miss Holloway, if that was you that just did that, I'm going to hold on. Let me go over here to my trusty CRM. And I'm going to. Okay. Yep. Because we do not.
And if somebody can just type in the chat, what's half of the 7,500, just so that everybody knows it. I think it's 3,450, but I could be wrong. Somebody do the math real quick, Miss Angela, probably, and put in the chat. What is half of 7,500? And again, you guys can text the word half to 407-326-0086. Now, if you have a partner, just bring them to us and we can split it. But if you don't, you'll have to wait until maybe somebody else responds. But looks like Miss Holloway is also going to be good because another person just texted who's watching it from, I think, Facebook. So Miss Holloway is going to be good still.
I'm going to do something to all of those that I don't have phone numbers for. I'm going to add them into an automation or workflow, excuse me, so that I can get your information. So you're going to see that I'm adding you to something that says new. Please do me a favor and fill out the rest of the information so that we can have all of your information on file so that we can make sure contact.
And I asked her earlier, but I just want to make sure again, is the lady here that I was speaking to on the Facebook group, her and her husband? I'm not sure if she was here. Oh, it was 3750. My math was way off. Thank you, Miss Joanne. I said 3450. I think I did. I wanted to know just one more time, is that family here who I was contacting and speaking to through the that Facebook group? Are you here, ma'am? Or anybody from that group that was amazed that we were housing independent adults that didn't need for us to cook their food or hire a chef? Like, they literally asked a question about a chef. Man, if I brought a chef into my guy, that'd be an absolute treat. And most of my clients think they're chefs anyway. They love to cook. And one of my guys in my largest home, he actually was an ex-chef. So he cooks for everybody. And that house, which is my largest home, watch this, y'all. I think I got a picture of it. At the estate, my largest home, my client there, we just call him Rock, R-O-C-K. Rock cooks for everybody. So when everybody buys their grocery, they give it to Rock. And Rock cooks and serves everybody. Did I create that? No. Did I ask for them to do that? No. Remember, guys, when we move these clients in, Miss Libby, from day one, they're strangers. But by day 5, they're all family. Yep. Because, again, just the camaraderie of how it works, the environment, and also that's my daily prayer. God, we're housing complete strangers. God, allow us to do the appropriate assessment to get the right people, and God, let all of them mesh together, cohesive, like family, God. And when we have problems, or conflict, it all comes back to the handbook, Ms. Holloway. Because remember, we're not just renting rooms to people. Y'all get the handbook from us. That's one thing, even through all of that stuff that I said that you get, I didn't even talk about it. But the paperwork, your lease, release of liability, all those important pieces of paperwork that you need to run this program, we don't expect you to just know what that is. We give it to you. That's why I tell people the value in this product is crazy. I told people probably 3 years ago that one day I'll have a $25,000 product. One day this gonna be it. Because this same product was free many years ago. It went from 500 to 1,000 to 2,500 to it crept all the way up to 15. But now most people do get it at the 7,500. But I'll tell you right now, me, myself, Derek, if I can remove Derek from this, but still put Derek in it, the Derek that went through the bumps, the bruises, and the lawsuits and the Channel 8 news, I'd have paid 15 grand for this all day long. All day long. Because Shay, the one lawsuit was 40 grand by itself. For what Miss Renee gonna tell y'all in like 15 seconds. She gonna talk for probably 20 or 30 minutes, but one phrase that Miss Renee is gonna tell all of you all when you come to that event, it's gonna save most of y'all $20,000 because it would have saved me, but I didn't know Miss Renee at that point. Dummy me. Lord have mercy. That's why y'all got me now, because see, y'all are not allowed to make the same mistake that I did. Miss Holloway, why would you make the same mistakes I did when you met me now? I tell people, once you meet me, mistakes are over with. Why should you be making mistakes when I'm in your back pocket? If you've ever had a dream to house the homeless or the displaced or to start your own housing program, but the barrier for you was actually getting the real estate to do it in, we got something that's almost even better for you. And it's called the HRA, Business in a Box. The HRA allows you to be a housing referral agency to where you still can house the homeless and the displaced and start a housing program, but it doesn't require the real estate. You don't have to buy it, lease it, or rent it. You're going to leverage other people that actually have the real estate and then make a referral fee. So we want to give you more information about that. We have a 14-minute free webinar that breaks the HRA down. So no more an excuse of not having the house to do it or not being able to buy or rent or lease a house. Because if God is putting your heart to start this program, start it. So step number one, get an LLC and brand it, right? Step number two, start getting the word out about who you are and what you do and that you offer housing. And again, after watching the HRA webinar, consider the HRA Business in a Box, because in that will be everything that you need to start your own housing program, and you never actually need the property. We're going to teach you how to leverage other people to still make your dreams come true. So the HRA Business in a Box is only $19.97. Check it out. Also bring your questions here to YouTube so that we can answer it for you. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you catch us at. But don't forget, the HRA stands for Housing Referral Agency, and you don't need the property to still make an impact in your community. All right. Good stuff. So again, that HRA, man, that's for people that just say, Derek, I mean, I don't really want a house. Derek, I'm cool, but I want to help, Derek. That's what the HRA is for, guys. Like if you want to get in this game, and I always give the example of my two older women that we teach this to. They say, well, Derek, I done got too old now, Derek. I don't want a house. I don't want to move people in and move them out. I don't want to be dealing with attitudes. But Derek, I still want to help. So they literally just make referrals, right? So can you imagine making $300 to $900 a week? That's what these ladies are doing, y'all. And they only make referrals by using a cell phone and relationship with people. So again, the HRA, guys, is going to be a no-brainer for a lot of you all. And remember, that HRA package and that Business in a Box is inside of that one-on-one coaching. So even though, again, most coaches, when they give you one-on-one coaching, you just get them. Guys, not only with us, you get me and Shay and my team, but you get all of these products still.
Correct.
Because the guy that asked earlier, and I'm going to show you this earlier here in a minute, but we got a do-it-yourself version of our ILF Mastery Blueprint. So if you say, Derek, I get this. This ain't rocket science, Derek. I want the do-it-yourself version because, Derek, I don't need your one-on-one coaching. You guys can literally get everything that I just clicked through, the website, the logo, the VA, everything's involved. The website, other than right here, me. I'm not involved in it. Shay is not involved in it. So for only, $24.97, for under $2,500, you can get everything I just talked about, but you don't get me. You get all the videos, all the training, you get all the coaching. Because I did something that's called Move at the Speed of Instruction. It's called MSI, and it's group coaching. We were charging $4,500 for that. People were enrolling. Guys, I recorded all 5 weeks of it, and I give it to you inside of this. So that's what I mean by like even the DIY version. If you say, well, Derek, I don't need your one-on-one coaching, bro. Just give me all that paperwork you talked about, build my website, build my logo, Derek, and I'll take it from there. That's the people that will say, well, Derek, I don't need the hand holding. So I always tell people the only difference between the DIY and the one-on-one, if you're somebody that can listen to instruction and take off running, that DIY is a no-brainer for you because you save a lot of money doing it that way. But if you say, no, Derek, I won't be able to call you every day, dog. I want your phone number, Derek. I want Shay number because I don't know if I'm going nonprofit or for profit. So I want access to both of y'all. And Derek, I want to call you 2 and 3 and 4 times a week, Derek. Well, I tell you right now, you better not get that DIY. You want the one-on-one coaching so that you can call me every day if that's what it needs to be to get you where you need to be.
Yeah.
But if you say, Derek, I don't need your paperwork, bro. Excuse me, Derek, I don't need your one-on-one coaching. Give me all them videos. Because you said you give all the game away, Derek, right?
Give me the videos.
All the paperwork and the VA, and you're going to build my website? Derek, I'll take that DIY, bro, for under $2,500. So again, my audience, you all have begged for that for years, and we've never done it. I always thought everybody need my one-on-one coaching.
Yeah.
So one day, this lady, she was a customer. She said, well, Derek, I don't need you, bro. And y'all, I was so offended. She said, Derek, well, just give me the paperwork. I said, ma'am, you know what? You offended me today, but I'm going to create a whole product behind what you just told me. She bursted out laughing. She said, what? I said, ma'am, I've been so against this, but you have almost pushed me into it. I think I didn't name this after you. She says, really? I said, no, I ain't doing all that now. But literally because of this one lady, y'all, we developed our DIY product. So instead of that $7,500, you can get everything except for me and Shay for our DIY project, guys. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I finally did what you guys been asking me to do for probably about 2 or 3 years now. We get a lot of questions for people that says, Derek, do you just sell the paperwork? Derek, do you have a do-it-yourself version? And guys, I'll admit, we've never had that. We truly believe in the one-on-one coaching, but the more that we listen to you all as our customers and as our family, my job is to do what you guys need, which is a lot of people have been asking for the do-it-yourself version of the ILF Mastery Blueprint. So guys, we've done that. So for only $2,497, we've created a version of the ILF Mastery Blueprint where you can actually do it at your own pace. And again, everything's involved except for me being the one-on-one coach. So again, one more time, we want to offer to you guys a do-it-yourself version of the ILF Mastery Blueprint. And you guys can visit forstonconsultants.com/IMBDIY. And that's for people that says, Derek, I just want the paperwork. And Derek, I don't need your one-on-one coaching. I want to do this at my own self-pace. And guys, we've listened. So we've developed the ILF Mastery Blueprint do-it-yourself version. And again, for only under $2,500, that's a no-brainer. And that is something that you want. You guys can either visit the website or simply just text my team DIY to the phone number 407-326-0086. One more time, you can text the word DIY to 407-326-0086, and we'll get you the information that you need to be able to move forward so that you can do it at your own pace. Have a great day, and we'll see you at the top. Good stuff. So again, last time for that, that's for people that say, well, Derek, I don't need your paperwork. I keep saying that the wrong way. Derek, I don't need your one-on-one coaching, but I need the paperwork. That's the DIY. I'm done with that. Oh, and also don't forget, because that's a premium product, you still come to the event complimentary.
Whoa.
So guys, that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm making this a no-brainer for somebody.
Oh my goodness.
So Shay, I don't know, Shay forgot too, look like. Guys, even with the DIY version, and to me, that's the cheat code. Wait a minute. Derek said that I can get all the paperwork, all the stuff, and I still come to the event, and I can join every Monday and Tuesday live and bring all my questions. That's the cheat code for a lot of y'all.
Yeah, it really
One
is.
lady, I'll admit, the same lady actually said, Derek, why would I buy your one-on-one coaching when you give me everything in the DIY and I can still come see you Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday?
Ask my questions.
I said, ma'am, you're the smartest lady that I've ever heard put it that way. I may have to change it now. She started laughing. So again, think about that. If you're somebody that's not afraid of the chat or that type in questions, think about getting the DIY, but showing up 3 days a week for still what you should probably call your group coaching. That's still one-on-one. So see how we're so giving, y'all. I hope y'all see that, because I'm also 35 minutes over right now. We should be out of here at 7:30, but thank y'all for allowing me to go over. Thank y'all for allowing me to answer your questions, and most importantly, thank y'all for allowing me to pour into your life. I never take this for granted, y'all. Y'all, as y'all can see, we laugh and we joke and we play a lot in here.
Yeah.
But guys, when it comes down to changing y'all life through this housing program or this shared housing model, I get real serious about this. So I just say thank you for allowing me to do what I promised God many years ago. I say, God, if you let me get into it, I'll teach it to other people, God, and I'll never take credit. So thank y'all for allowing me to do that. I think I just got one more announcement and then I'm done. For the new people that just came in, you all just text me. Yes, you did hear that correctly. I'm allowing people to split in half the 7,500 to get our one-on-one coaching. So yes, you heard that correctly. And you also heard correctly that the June event on the 21st is a part of it. I know I stutter a lot, but that was true when you heard that. So one more time, any premium product up until the 20th of this month, if you buy the HRA Business in a Box, the DIY, or the one-on-one coaching, you come to the event complimentary, and you bring your spouse or your business partner for free. I'm making a no-brainer, Shay.
Derek,
and Friday, last thing, Shay.
Go ahead.
Friday of this week is the last day to register. So again, if you ain't figured it out by Friday at 5 o'clock, it's over with, and we'll see you next year, or we'll see you live again Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. Miss Shay, back on you.
Yeah, and please, 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 I've been sending out responses to those that text split or half.
Miss Holloway says she's in.
I need y'all to fill out.
Charmaine says she's in.
I need y'all to fill out that contact form. If I do not have your information, I cannot connect you with your partner, right? I cannot move forward in the process of making sure you get what you need so that you can.
For that price,
right?
Too,
for the price. I need you to click that link in the text messages. I can see that it's been delivered. So just know that I can see. And you all will be able to see the same thing when you get Digital Flow Solutions. But I can see that there are several of you that put in split that have not followed through. So remember, we are, again, it's if we've got two, we're going to put y'all together and let's move it forward. But if you do not complete the brief form, if you're having any issues connecting to that form, or if you don't see that form, go ahead and text me no form so I can personally gather your information and put it in the system. But go ahead and fill that out or put in the text in the chat here, no form. Perfect. I see one person has moved at the speed of instruction and received their free gift as well.
Good stuff.
So congratulations, and we will get that stuff sent over once our team gets on the clock and gets to getting. All right. Derek.
So Shay, I think that is it for us tonight. Let me go through the chat one more time and see if there was any other questions that we missed, because I try not to ever leave this room without answering every question that comes. Miss Holloway says, I won't be. I think she typed that when I was saying about
something about being offended or something.
No, I think it was. I don't think she was. Yeah,
no,
I think that when I said, people say, well, Derek, I don't need you to hold my hand. I think she said, no, that ain't me, Derek. I want the one-on-one coaching. So I'm like that too, you all. I got to be told things several times before I get it. But once I got it, game over. But I've always been somebody that if there's some kind of coaching or curriculum, I want you to hold my hand. I don't want a bunch of products, and I can read and I can watch videos, but it's nothing better than I can pick that phone and say, hey, Miss Holloway, how did you say to bake that pound cake again? Did you say 1 cup of flour or 2 cups of flour? Because guys, I don't bake cakes. But if Miss Holloway does, I want to be able to call her. And I've heard her to text me some recipe. Now, I know I saw 1 cup, but that is 1 cup flat or 1 cup scraped, or that a liquid 1 cup or a dry 1 cup. I want to be able to call. And that's just my learning style. And that's also why we teach it that way. And that's why for years, I never had a do-it-yourself product until that one lady, she put me in my place and said, Derek, I don't need your one-on-one help, bro. Just give me the paperwork. Build my website, build that logo, and I'll see you Monday at 6. That was her whole attitude. She was like, Derek, why would I do that? She said, Derek, thank you for creating that. So again, I'm done with that. Friday is the last day to register for the June 21st, 2024 ILF conference. And Shay, without further ado, I think that's it, Shay. I think we knocked out all questions. I don't see anything else. And for anybody that's new to us, thank y'all so much. I hope that I changed your life a little bit tonight. I usually tell people, give me a little time. That phrase is give me 1 year of your life, really.
Oh, I know.
But I love for like the YouTube thing, give me 2 nights. Give me no. Let's make it 3. Give me a Monday, give me a Tuesday, and give me a Saturday. If you don't like what you hear, you don't have to ever come back. But if you love God, if you love people, and if you're trying to get into real estate, this is it. And we're the family to show it to you. If you can't feel the love of God all over us, make sure you do some prayer in the night too, because God is all over this thing. You should be able to feel it. You should be able to see it. And one day, hopefully June 21st, you can touch it. Because we live and this is not recorded. That's another question that came in. Not recorded. We're not selling the recording. This is a live event. I'm going to say a lot of stuff that can't go on camera, right? Yeah. That can't go on YouTube. And that's some deep coaching and deep stuff that I just can't say. Personal conversations that we'll have. Some of y'all, we going to talk after the event. I'm going to say something that's going to change your life that I never said on that microphone. That's the difference, guys, of being able to be in proximity of people. Correct. Courses are great. YouTube is great. There is nothing like coming to see us in person, especially at only $397 for the general ticket.
We want to see you. So, Derek,
just and Shay, for the $397 for the general ticket, like, why wouldn't they?
So, and also confirm that everyone that is invited, you know, those that buy the coaching, it is a general admission ticket. You do have the opportunity to upgrade to VIP, to elite. We skipped the line. We're not even going to make you do all of the VIP. We want, if you're going to upgrade, we want you to upgrade to elite. And if you want to do that upgrade, let our team know, and we will personally give you what that cost is for the upgrade. Believe me, you'll be fine. You'll understand why. Because like I said, that helps us, you know, make sure that transportation is provided for you to get to the open house, and as well as the second night's dinner. We are going off. I'm gonna just tell them where we're going. How about that?
You gonna do it now? Time? Good, perfect.
You think it's time? Let's make them wait.
Don't matter to me. It's 5-star. It's fancy. It's swanky. So you can tell them now. Or you can wait. It don't matter to me.
You tell them. I'm gonna let you tell them.
Me?
Yeah, you tell them.
So guys, ever heard of Ruth Chris? That's where we going, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday night. Elite members, we'll see you there.
Exactly.
So elite members, just in case, because the choice at the event, because we feeding everybody.
Yeah.
Chicken, salmon, or New York strip.
So yes,
I'm advising people.
I'm glad we're sharing this. Yes.
That if you're coming to the Ruth Chris,
if you're going to be an elite,
that is an exclusive, very nice steakhouse. If you've never been,
save your steak.
You may not want to get the steak at the event unless you just really love steak. Because watch this: when we had the tasting, guys, I ate the whole steak.
He was greedy.
It was so good, y'all, and partly because I was hungry, and I know that when I come to this event, because I'm gonna have so much going on and speaking and all my adrenaline, I'm not gonna eat a lick of that food. Probably.
I'm gonna try.
That usually happens when I go anywhere and speak. But if Shay is on her game and not too busy, she gonna get the people to bag our food up, maybe eat later. But I never eat, guys. If I'm a feature speaker somewhere, I never eat because my nerves and I just be so excited that my appetite just goes like down until it's all over. And most of y'all are probably back in y'all room sleeping. I said, "Oh shit, I think I'm hungry now." And that's when I'll eat. So Tia, I made sure when we did the tasting, I ate the salmon. I ate the chicken and I ate the whole steak. And y'all, the food is unbelievable. So really quick, man, thank y'all so much again. Befriend me on Facebook. I need some new friends. So if we're not friends on Facebook, I want to be friends with you. More importantly, I want you to go on my Facebook page and be nosy, though. I want you to go and look at what we're posting, what we're talking about, because I want you to feel it and I want you to see it in terms of what are we doing. And look at also how we're not hiding the information. My goal every night that when we come on these lives is to give y'all more than what a lot of y'all pay for in a course or a conference that you went to maybe a month or two ago. I hope that my goal is that's on this live tonight that you got more from me for free than you did anything that you paid for in the last 90 days. And I really mean that. So without further ado, I'm going to pray y'all out of here. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask a thing, according to God's power that worketh in us. Father
Amen.
God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown tonight. God, thank you for the ability to give what you gave my wife and I. Father God, by your mercy and your grace and by your Holy Spirit, bring all of this information back to their remembrance. God, let not any devil in hell stop what you've already put in their heart to do. God, you said in your word, not Derek and Shay, that the poor and the needy will always be among us. And God, you're allowing us to take care of these people through real estate. God, we want to say thank you, first of all. No different from the guy that I'm housing right now that has a cancer-free diagnosis because he's in my house. God, I didn't heal him. I wasn't the doctor and I'm no savior. But God, you partner with us to allow us to help that guy through chemo, and now he's cancer-free. Yes. God, that's the example that I want these people to live. And God, you already put it in their heart. So God, allow all the relationships to come to pass. Allow the devil to be under their feet. God, the devil is under y'all feet and has no place in y'all life, y'all business, or your family. You guys rule and y'all reign, and nothing can stop y'all. So in the name of Jesus, right now, everybody that can hear my voice, you will succeed. You will be successful, and you will live out all the days of your life and do what God has called you to do. And right now, if God has called you to house people, but even if he hasn't, remember what the Bible says, guys, that the poor, the needy, and the widow, God wants us to take care of these people. So God, allow that today. Release the real estate. Release the finances. Release the relationships. Release the social workers and the case managers that are looking for these people already, God, and allow us to be merged together to do your will. Because God, you get all the glory, you get all the honor, and God, you get all the praise. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. If y'all believe that, say amen, amen, and amen. We'll see you guys most likely Saturday at 10 a.m. Yes. But because the event is so close, make sure that you subscribe to our channel because we may go live again tomorrow. You just never know. Because again, our next room is not only until Saturday, but because we're so close to the event, we may go live tomorrow and the next day. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, become a friend of mine on Facebook, follow me on TikTok at Derek Forston, and everywhere else at Forston Consultants. Also, make sure you're following Miss Shay. Shay's got music. She's got a bunch of stuff going on, but make sure you're following Shay to know how to start this thing as a nonprofit. She's got a whole series that's called Know Before You Go. That's on our YouTube channel. One last break, and we'll be right back, and I'm going to close it out with Miss Shay. We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content. Hey, what's going on, family? I'm super excited because June 21st and 22nd is the 2024 ILF conference. That's right. We're super excited because it's in Orlando, Florida this year. So guys, if you ever thought about starting your own housing program, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the event for you. If you're a real estate investor and you're looking for a better way to serve people and actually make more money and also have a bigger impact in your community, this event is exactly what this is. 2024, the ILF conference, guys, is going to show you how we take people from homeless to hopeful and it not be a group home or an assisted living facility. We're going to teach you guys how we start unlicensed group homes, which we've trademarked independent living facility. And again, you guys are going to visit forstonconsultants.com for more information, but you're definitely going to visit ilfconference.com to get the information for the June event. There'll be a general admission ticket. We got some VIP tickets, and we have 15 elite tickets for people that want a little bit extra just versus being at the event. That comes with also a one-day mastermind and a lot of other stuff. But definitely go and check out ilfconference.com for more information. And don't meet me there, beat me there.
All right, y'all.
Miss Shay, close them out, Miss Shay.
Listen, for everyone that sent their messages in for half, we will have our team sending out information to you within the next hour and a half. So keep your eyes and ears on your text messages. Well, we'll try not to text message you too late, but look at your emails and we'll be getting that stuff over to you. We can't wait to see you guys on Saturday here at 10 a.m. Again, at Forston Consultants on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. But come on over to YouTube, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We look forward to, again, watching you grow and dive into this ILF life, right? Help us help others. We need more people like you with the hearts of gold and the minds of Christ that want to do good for God's people. So have a great night. And Derek, I'm handing it over to you, sir.
That's it, Shay. Let them go. You guys be great because we prayed already. Shay
sure
blessed
have.
y'all. I blessed y'all. Again, only thing is just subscribe to the YouTube channel because, again, we usually go live again on Saturday morning at 10. But because we're so close to the event, we may go live again tomorrow and the next day. You just never know when we feel it. So just make sure you subscribe, share it with a family member, a friend, or a pastor, or a preacher. And again, we love y'all. Don't wait to be great. And we'll see you guys next time, Saturday at 10 a.m. or maybe before. You guys be blessed. Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants, guys, can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God has given you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show. Hey, what's going on, family? Just to let you know really quick, everything that you're listening to right now, I actually have it in a more structured way in a webinar. So when you guys get done here, go to forstonconsultants.com, click the tab that says webinars, and there's 2 webinars there. One is for you to be the actual ILF operator, meaning that you want to do it. And then the other one is the HRA. That stands for Housing Referral Agency, where you're able to take people from homeless to hopeful, and you actually don't need the real estate. It stands for Housing Referral Agency, and we call it a business in a box. But definitely go to forstonconsultants.com, watch both of those webinars, then set up a free strategy call with me and my team, and let's see how we can get you started. Back to Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show.
Have you ever wanted to open your own group home? Were you told that you needed a license from the state? Were you told that you had to hire staff? You were probably told that you had to own the property, right? Let Forston Consultants introduce you to Independent Living Facilities, ILF, which are group homes that do not require a license, staff, and you don't have to own the property. At Forston Consultants, we walk you through the entire process of how to operate your own independent living facility. We don't just give you a bunch of videos to watch on your own, which could get confusing. Here is what you need to do next, in this order. Step number 1, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants for tons of secrets on how to start your own independent living facility. Step 2, sign up for our webinar at forstonconsultants.com to learn more about this great opportunity. Step number 3, purchase our best-selling book, How to Open an Independent Living Facility in 10 Easy Steps. Step number 4, contact us for your free consultation so you can quit your boring job in the next 90 days.
Hey, what's going on, family? I'm super excited because June 21st and 22nd is the 2024 ILF conference. That's right. We're super excited because it's in Orlando, Florida this year. So guys, if you ever thought about starting your own housing program, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the event for you. If you're a real estate investor and you're looking for a better way to serve people and actually make more money and also have a bigger impact in your community, this event is exactly what this is. 2024, the ILF conference, guys, is going to show you how we take people from homeless to hopeful and it not be a group home or an assisted living facility. We're going to teach you guys how we start unlicensed group homes, which we've trademarked independent living facility. And again, you guys are going to visit forstonconsultants.com for more information, but you're definitely going to visit ilfconference.com to get the information for the June event. There'll be a general admission ticket. We got some VIP tickets and we have 15 elite tickets for people that want a little bit extra just versus being at the event. That comes with also a one-day mastermind and a lot of other stuff. But definitely go and check out ilfconference.com for more information. And don't meet me there, beat me there.